We in business? I think we're in business. Took bloody ages, like it always does. Alright. It's a 10-second difference. Yeah, leave me alone. Well, let me just mute myself here. Oh, suddenly got a bit loud there, didn't we? Hi! Hello! How stupid do you think I am? I literally went and found uncopyrighted music for this this very purpose. Well, it's video game music. Video game music's usually fine. Otherwise everyone will get copyrighted on streams. Nope, no new species field guide. Already confirmed. No new species field guide. So let's not expect it. Basically, they're saying something small, and when asked about it on the forums, Jens replied, like someone asked, basically small a hint, essentially, and he replied being very suspicious about it. So I think small is I think small is a purposeful choice. I don't know what we're expecting, but I'm not expecting so let me do that. I don't want people in the Discord. I don't know, like, because part of me thinks, oh, maybe it'll be something small and it'll be Compsognathus and it'll be Dimorphodon or something like that. But on the other side of that, would they reveal that in something other than a species field guide? I don't think so. Oh, if you're watching this on post-stream, on the actual upload, you want to skip about 10 minutes into the video for the actual stream to start. I am confirmed for Evolution 2, yes. I'm taking over Cabot Finch. So yeah, don't expect much. Did you actually just ask what time this starts? There's no Prehistoric Kingdom devlog this month. They're showing something else. But yeah, as per usual, this is not going to be a big thing. Don't go into this expecting like a big breaking piece of information or something like that. It's going to be small. They said it's going to be something small, and they're going to discuss it. British Standard Time. Can you do a Path of Titans video? I've got to say, no harm against Path of Titans at all. It's a well-made game, beautiful game, blah, 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 blah. I don't really like open-world dinosaur survival games. They kind of bore the hell out of me, so... Path of Titans, Beast of Bermuda, The Isle, blah, 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 blah. It's just not something for me. I know they showed guest protests. I already talked about that on my video the other day. If any of you ask what time the stream starts or what the size of what's getting revealed is. I think small is a hint. I don't know, man. I think it could be a small dinosaur or a small species, but then why would it not have a species profile? That doesn't make sense to me. What would something small be? I don't know. I mean, small seems to be direct. It could be genetics. Maybe it's diseases or something. They could talk about the disease mechanic. Actually, something they've not mentioned at all, really, so far is the disease mechanic. Bacteria and viruses are very small. So, you know. Maybe it is a joke. Maybe they're gonna pull out like, like a gigantic dinosaur or something. Someone I did notice. Yes, I talked about it in my video already. Biceps are massive, mate. Massive. I don't know. It's just important to, when they tell you what's going to happen, right, don't go in expecting more, I think, is the right thing to do. You never know. Most of this stream is going to be very low-key. Most of it is going to be repeats of stuff we've heard already this month. That's kind of the whole point of these streams. Although I will say I'm hoping we get, like, better quality versions. No, I'm not overthinking it. This is what they said on the forum. I will find you the quote. Bear with me. Frontier forums. I will find it. Yes. Okay, so someone said a small, inverted commas, something new. Is that a hint or something? And Jens replied, maybe? Question mark, smiley, big eye, face. It's definitely a hint. Like, he's not being very coy about it. I don't like the song. Let's pick something else. What have we got here? We Shop Channel Trap. Yes, here we go. Absolute banger. 5 minutes, yeah. Well, 4 minutes now. It could be. Yeah, I'd love to take credit for the music, but I literally typed in stream music on Spotify, and I just kind of picked the playlist. Wait, no, everyone like my music. It could be a customization thing, it could be a new little building, it could be diseases, it could be a small species, it could be something gigantic. I think Compsognathus and Dimorphodon were my first thought, but I just don't think they'd release it or showcase it without a species field guide, basically. Will Planet Zoo be on console? Probably not for a couple of years at least, if I had to guess. My music is very emo, yeah. You can tell it's not my music. Wait, no, I do like some bitty music like this. What's that one I really like? I can't remember what it's called. Wait, I can put on my. I'm gonna put on my OMFG dogs on. There we go. This might be a little bit loud. Bear with me. Oh yeah, there it is. Bear with me. That might be a bit loud. Could be about rubbish bins, who knows? Petting zoo in Evolution 2? Unlikely. Sorry. But ears have to sacrifice for the sins. I did warn you. You had a whole, like, 3 seconds of warning that it was going to be loud. I'm going to link it in the chat if you want to go on it yourselves. Here you go. It's not just the music, it's this as well. There you go. Enjoy. It starts in, like, no time at all, so I'm just going to chill out. Well, it's not popped up on the website yet, so... Saving the Brachiosaurus, I can see that being very popular. There we go. Thanks for the tip, by the way. Oh, I missed another one. My bad. Thank you. I don't know how to pronounce your name, if I'm totally honest, but thank you for the tip. I mean, who wouldn't like a giant ground staff? Right, it should have started. Aha! Here we go. Bear with me. Let me turn the music off. Move along to there. Get rid of that. There we go. Easy. Professional YouTuber, me. I'm telling you. There's a delay. Yeah, there's not much I can do about that. YouTube has a delay by default. If you have to ask, it says the time on the screen. Yeah, I'm really curious about Chaos Theory and how it's going to work for Jurassic Park 3 more than anything else. It's got to be something to do with handling the Spinosaurus, I think. Ooh, here we go. Oh, no, there we don't go. Here we go. Here we maybe go. Oh, it starts in 5 minutes. God's sake. Let's hear your big old teasers. Let's just start with you guys. You're way behind. I'm gonna just do a refresh. Oh, I've ended up on a completely different video. I don't know the release date. There's no point asking me. None of us know the release date. I'm predicting late November, early December. It's my personal guess. But you're not that far behind. You're like 30 seconds behind. It could be a new feeder. A new feeder is not a terrible... Weird, bear with me. New feeder's not a terrible guess, I would say, for... New feeder's not a terrible guess. Could be like a small feeder for our smallest creatures or something like that. Who knows? You can always get a new relationship. Dinosaurs are forever. Alright? Girlfriends, boyfriends, husband, wives, temporary. Dinosaurs, everlasting. Because they're already dead. You know? They're not going anywhere. It's great. No, we're not going to get sexual dimorphism. I don't think. I wouldn't expect a release date. If I had to guess, release date won't arrive until we get a full-on gameplay trailer, which I don't think will be till next month, personally. So. Well, I mean, birds are dinosaurs, so they are. But, I mean, dead things are still forever, you know. This is super quiet. It's super quiet for you guys. I can't turn this any louder. Hopefully they get louder in stream. I'm on max volume. Oh, wait, maybe I'm not. Bear with me. Just turn that on. Oh, no, I am. Okay, weird. We'll see. I'm sure it'll be fine. Nah, I wouldn't expect early access for Evolution 2. It's not going to be babies. People expecting babies are going to be super, super disappointed. Most wanted species that might actually get in the game. Well, I don't think Titanoboa has any chance of getting in the game, so... I mean, that would be very cool, but I don't think it has a chance. What do I want? Oh my god. I mean, I am... Everything I've got is maxed out right now. But, like, if there's a... Like, I can't get any louder than this. Desktop audio maxed out. Yeah, it's all maxed out. Yeah. So, I mean, I can boost... I don't really want to do that. Meh. Yeah, I mean, I'm in the red on OBS, so I don't want to go any higher. Man, Skyrim battles. They were the days. Coelophysis, high on my list for sure. I am confirmed to be in Evolution 2, yeah. Concavenator's high on my list. I think Concavenator has a good chance because it appears in Fallen Kingdom to an extent, so it's got a decent chance, I would say. High on my list as well. A little species profile here. I can't call them species field guides. It's been so rammed into my brain. I have done many face reveals, yes, if you want to check my old playthroughs and stuff. I'm going to get back onto cam soon. In the coming months. You're cutesy. You told. So again, just a reminder, a lot of what we're about to hear is about recapping the past month, right? It's not going to be lots and lots of brand new information. We're expecting one new thing, and it might take us like half an hour to get there. So, you know, lower your expectations accordingly. This is a recap stream more than anything else. I don't know what to tell you, Goosey. I'm on red on mic and no one else seems to have a problem with it. When were you last in Carlisle? I don't know, a couple years ago. Why would I want the dinosaur mechanic downgraded? Anyways, here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another monthly highlights stream.
I can boost it if need be.
Jurassic World Evolution 2. I am your humble host, Ian Stegosaurus, part of the community team here at Frontier Developments. It is great to be back here again with you from our amazing streaming room. And if we've done our jobs right and we've set all these cameras right, we should be a lot brighter and a lot better looking than I think last time around. So it's been a great month of a lot of amazing announcements and a lot of amazing news about Jurassic World Evolution 2. And that's what we are here to talk about today. If you're just joining us for these streams, they're essentially a recap of everything we've announced, everything we've revealed for the past month, and we also get to talk a bit about some of the people working on
Jurassic World Evolution 2. I'm going to talk over him in a way when he's not talking about new stuff. So
hear some stories, and you know, maybe you'll get to see some video footage, some screenshots here and there, maybe some gameplay. Maybe there's a few surprises. Who's to say? I think there's one small surprise new thing that we're going to show you here today, which we've already teased on our social channels.
He's doing it again. Jens, you cock tease.
I'm not going to do it alone. Of course, I am joined by someone, at least I'm joined by two people. We're going to bring in one first and then another one later. So first up, let me introduce to you the amazing Orchun Adsoy.
Who's this? New guy.
Producer on Jurassic World Evolution 2. Yeah, Orchun, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm Orchun, funnily enough. I am the producer in charge of basically every aspect of dinosaurs. So from the creation of the dinosaurs, you know, from concepting into creation of the art, into rigging them, animation, as well as AI and behaviors and stuff like that, is kind of my primary area.
So when our dinosaurs are too big again, you know who to go after.
It's been great, frankly. Really loving working here. The team, Adam and Rich, are lovely.
Yes, they absolutely are. We
had them on
last week.
There's a lot of new people at Frontier. There's a lot of people working on this game who didn't work on the last game.
But yeah, it's been good. Thank you for having me on. Yeah. I just noticed that your socks are amazing.
Yeah, thank you very much. I mean, I don't think you can see them that well on stream, but they've got cheesy pizzas.
Wonderful pizza socks.
So thank you very much.
I've just got grey.
Yeah, no, I had a point in life where I was just like, you know what, I can make my socks look better. So I bought a bunch of pizza.
Good adult, you make your own decisions. You
exactly.
eat Nutella for dinner.
Exactly.
You wear socks.
Exactly.
Yeah. Pizza cupboard.
Yes, as producer and as the sort of dinosaur producer, we sort of call you, at least some of us call you sort of the dinosaur wrangler, or a dinosaur expert. If you will. Were you much of a dinosaur kid when you were younger, or has this sort of come later as you've been joining us here at Frontier?
I was as simple a child as I am an adult. You talk about a creature with 3 massive horns and a shield for a head.
Yeah.
You know, that's exciting.
Yes.
It's something to be interested in. Giant thing that can kind of eat things with a single bite. Fantastic. Wonderful. Yeah. Massive footprints, you know. So yeah, you know.
That's why I like dinosaurs as well.
I love the
big feet.
Kind of the
it's very erotic.
More typical kind of crude aspect of them, the angry T-Rex, and like, oh, here's a creature that's literally born with spines all the way down its back that stick out. I mean, those things are cool, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I was into my dinosaurs. Had my dinosaur toys, my little plastic toys, which we all hold dear in our heart.
Of course, I think I still have some of mine at my parents' house somewhere. I think they might be in the basement now, but they're still around. They're still around.
I don't really have any dinosaur toys actually.
That's
think about it.
That's what brings it all here. You know, it's the love of dinosaur and the love Jurassic World and Jurassic Park
Yeah, indeed.
franchise.
Very much so.
I want to talk a bit about, I mean, we're going to talk about the dinosaurs, of course, but we're going to get to know you a little bit as well.
Sure, you want to just do a solid 30 minutes on me. Everyone's really excited about the dinosaurs, just don't even bring them up.
Yeah,
let's talk about Orchun.
All Orchun.
Orchun,
No,
I should
of course
say.
not.
I'm going to talk about this kind of over this
some of
kind
the
of stuff. I
dinosaurs
do
we revealed
apologize
so
if that
far.
annoys you,
There's
but if it
been
annoys you,
some
you
of
should be
them.
on the official
Do you
stream.
have a favorite? Is there anything that sort of stands out to you?
Of the ones we've announced so far, I guess that you probably don't want me suddenly naming off a load that we haven't.
Hello,
Nervous laughter.
Is there that many?
Yeah, no, Coelophysis, I'm pretty fond of.
If you
honestly.
pronounce Coelophysis correctly, that's a good start.
It's a cute little thing, but it's also very aggressive, and I'm kind of, I just kind of like the theming on it. The lad who created it has done a phenomenal job on it as well. Yeah, like the dinosaur itself looks fantastic.
It does.
Animation and rigging team.
Not in the
have done a
default
brilliant
skin,
job
but the
of
new
getting
skins look
to
really
move
cool.
Believably, and in kind of having this sort of like smaller dinosaur, so it doesn't quite have the aggression of the T-Rex, but it has that opportunistic aggression that you expect to see in something like that.
Yeah.
And also just the kind of colouring on it, it looks quite beautiful.
Has
I know we haven't-
opportunistic
we've only seen
aggression.
limited, imagery of it so far, but you know it's a great looking dinosaur. Although
Definitely. And some of the stuff that we've seen in the species field guide has also been very...
Yeah.
It's a dinosaur that sort of pops, even though it's smaller than a lot of the other stuff that
Exactly,
we've seen.
yeah.
Like it stands out quite a lot with the coloration and the
Yeah.
patterns that we've shown. So what do you think that, what should players be most excited about when it comes to our amazing dinosaurs?
in general,
Yeah.
across all of them, well, so I can't say any specifics. I think there's a lot of behavioural
can.
stuff that.
You don't want to
so
work here
obviously
right
when
away.
I-
Give us
when
all the
I joined,
details.
The first thing I did was play a lot of Nero. Sorry, I've used the intern name. Play a load of JW.
Cut his microphone. Let's just...
Oh, I've already lost
Yo.
my microphone. I expected to say worse stuff than that first. Play a load of Jurassic World Evolution, as you'd expect, and then you kind of you forget as you're working on this game the sheer amount of additional behavioural stuff you've got going on there. All the kind of
That was really
amazing
interesting. I'm
animations
going to talk
and
over him.
stuff like that.
He
I
just
think
referred
one
to
of the
Evolution
things
2 as
focused on
Nero.
quite
The
heavily in this
leak,
game,
if I'm remembering
I
this
think
correctly,
what
from like
people
2 years ago, that
love
talked about Evolution 2,
you-
referred to it as Project Nero. Just saying.
You'll be playing the game for quite some time, and then something will happen, and a unique opportunity for a behaviour that you haven't seen yet will occur, and you'll say, "Wow, I didn't expect that to happen." In situations where, in a typical game, you'd expect something would happen, nothing would happen. You'd be like, "Fine, it's quite a niche scenario," but there's a lot of behaviours like that which I think are quite exciting, and that kind of constant discovery of new things. I think players are going to love that quite a bit.
I need a
I know that
liquid.
there's a lot of players who will just place some dinosaurs into an enclosure and just click on the first one they see, and then just have the camera zoom in on that, and then it'll just sit there for 5-10 minutes
Yeah.
just to see what happens. Like I was one of those players as well when I first started out, because
It's just cool to get,
you
like,
see them walk out of
basically
their,
official
of the
confirmation
animation lab, and
about
it's
the
like,
leak.
wow, this looks like a real thing. And now that
Yeah.
I'm seeing footage from the second game, it's like, oh, it's even more of a real thing.
Yeah.
And it's been amazing to see so far. And I know that our players, when we've revealed the species field guides and all that stuff, there's been a lot of
What
fun
Galileo was,
surprises for them that I think we're going to talk a
Fantastic.
bit more about later in the stream.
I
as well.
think still trying to be vague because I'm not sure how much of this has been talked about, but even from the earliest point, right? You create a dinosaur, you release it, and I think even from that earliest moment, people are going to notice a massive jump in quality compared to JWE1, but they didn't expect, even in areas that they would have not expected extra quality to be. Yeah, I think it's going to be quite interesting.
This guy wants to
especially
spill
for
all
fans
the
of
information. You can see it on his face.
Definitely.
I like him already.
I'm personally looking forward to seeing more of these amazing new behaviors that I haven't seen yet either, that you are, sort of have boiling around in your head right now. But yeah, so today, along with Orchun, we're going to be discussing the Brachiosaurus, we're going to be discussing the Coelophysis and the Stegosaurus species field guides. We're going to show you some lovely B-roll as well. Basically, we're going to be showing you some in-game footage that you may or may not have seen, depending on what you've seen on our YouTube channel already. And we're going to talk a bit about our latest feature focus, along with our lead designer. We're going to be also discussing a certain German gaming magazine that I know some of you out there have been very interested in the past month.
They keep
If you know-
emailing me.
If you know, you know. And we're also going to talk a bit about a new part of park management. So I think we
management
should
problem.
first jump right into the Brachiosaurus.
Yeah, I keep getting all these really confusing German emails because I signed up. I paid.
Amazing.
Like 40
Lovely when it
euros or
works.
something for that bloody subscription.
So, species field guide for Brachiosaurus. This was shared at
Whoa.
the end of June, but we're going to be bringing it into the
Whoa.
July monthly
Going
highlights
on?
just because we can. Certainly one of my favorite dinosaurs. I'm a huge fan of
It's a beauty.
herbivores, especially the big ones. Because like the Brachiosaurus itself, like back in the day, was so big that it didn't really have any natural predators.
Yeah, you've got these beautiful lumbering giants, like
Yeah.
especially when you see them among the forests and such. It's you kind of expect this sort of an aggression from a carnivore or something like that.
Again,
But
guys,
when you have
people seem
something that's
confused in
so
chat. This is a
naturally
recap
massive,
stream. Most of this is not
but
going to
then
be
it
new
turns out to
stuff.
be a herbivore.
Yeah.
99%
quite
of this
a beautiful
stuff
sight. They're also quite
not going to be brand new.
Yeah,
Okay.
they can be. Yeah.
zoom in on their little faces.
Yeah.
They're quite adorable things. Assuming you're not a person standing next to one about to be crushed. Of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried
Yeah.
about. Because you see like screenshots of from the first game of players having built a tour through like the Brachiosaurus enclosure, for example.
Oh, it's gone crazy.
And then, the Brachiosaurus steps down and suddenly the tour has to stop because, well, unfortunately the Brachio is standing here and it's eating. So we need to.
What's
we need to wait
Brachiosaurus in
until we
June?
can
Yeah,
move
we only
on.
got 2 species.
So
Oh
yeah,
gosh, they've
definitely.
been
I think it's
messing us
incredible.
over with these species
If you've,
profiles in
I think it was in the
July. Why am I vibrating?
Ammontosaurus species field guide. There's a Brachiosaurus in the background.
not even
actually
here.
eating from the trees.
What's going on?
Which,
My whole world is vibrating
I
all of a
personally
sudden.
didn't notice at first either, but a lot of our players picked up and was like, wait, is that what I think it is? And of course that leads into the whole paleobotanist system that we've talked about previously as well. And I think some of those smaller behaviors that people can pick out from like backgrounds
Yeah,
that make them.
if you have 4 pixels showing something that people didn't know, they'll figure it out.
We will, yes.
Players are wonderful when it comes to disseminating information from any sort of footage thrown out, which is obviously wonderful fun for the marketing department deciding when things go out.
Yeah, you guys they must have to be
Eagle eyes
super
to make
careful at
sure that
Frontier
exactly
because
what
we
you
do
want to be
tear
is being seen, but
every
it
frame
just kind of shows
apart.
the passion of players, right? Like you put in this sort of footage, you have this ever so slight scene in the background for like a half of a second. And people are going to notice. I watched some of the footage from some of the guys making YouTube videos, and some of the kind of breakdowns of the footage we put out is really positively heartening. Seeing people kind of so interested, they'll spend the time to do that. So yeah, it's great.
For
Wonderful.
sure.
Damn, someone for a
let's
name
see,
drop.
there's a comment in chat from Unicast Gaming saying, my favorite is the Ankylosaurus, but Brachios are like seeing the modern day whale you just can't grasp the size of.
Yeah.
And it truly is like
Doesn't everyone have a
here's a
vibrating toy
creature
collection?
literally as tall as a tree.
Yeah.
And somehow that thing died out. And I think that's also
Brachiosaurus.
what's
No, I hate that.
sort of
Brachio.
blowing my mind whenever I think about dinosaurs, the fact that they were the dominant species for a while and then suddenly just poof, they're gone.
Yeah,
And
I
then,
mean, their size was their downfall, I believe, in
could
a
be,
number
yeah.
of the theories of how it all happened.
Yes, because
Me
I
and Orchun
even
would get
read
on,
one that
telling
said
you.
like they had to
Got the vibe.
consume so many calories that they couldn't really move much. They
Yeah.
must
I really
have
like
stood
everyone.
there,
Like
they
all the
ate,
Frontier
and they
people
maybe
are.
moved a few meters sort of down the path.
Got a nice
ate
vibe
some
about them.
more,
Yeah.
moved a few meters, ate some more.
Constant consumption, especially
Yeah.
as a herbivore, right?
It is interesting that most of them are new.
Turn plant matter into energy, and so they were
Like in terms of people we've seen, it's
But
like
on the
Rich is the
upside,
only one who's still here from the past game.
You're at home.
I think Nick is still there as well.
Obviously,
Obviously Braven's still
but you
there.
never know when there's going to be a massive dinosaur trampling on it. So I think we'd be a much more nomadic people if.
Yeah, we've made a
so.
mistake by
Around
picking
to
apart all
definitely
these
think
images.
so.
We should have pretended
Not gonna-
we
not
don't
gonna
notice
spend
anything,
thousands
so
of
they
pounds
get
on
sloppy,
a great gaming
like
rig
drop all the
for-
new
for
information, and then
dinosaurs to
suddenly
walk
we
in and eat
go
it,
CSI on it again, you know?
Anything new that people may not have seen from the Brachiosaurus just
Ooh.
yet that you think you could share?
That I think I can share.
Probably not.
Probably less so. Again, I think that there's been a huge amount of work on the Brachio and just kind of making sure it delivers on what people expect from a lumbering beast of that size. There is some cool stuff going on in there that I have in my head right now, which is probably one of the worst things I could say in terms of a tease.
All right.
But I know that we'll show this off eventually, and I know that players are going to love it. But yeah, a lot of attention was paid to the fact that it is a massive creature, and because it's massive, there's certain expectations of how it would react in trying to be so
Sure,
vague.
Interesting.
I'm trying to be so vague, man. It's so difficult not just talking about some of the cool stuff. But
It's fine. It's fine. It's
Something
fine.
to do with the
Tim will
Brachiosaurus'
cut my microphone off
size.
if I do that.
He will definitely.
And he'll
I-
probably give me some
Influencing
eatings
a
as well.
behavior.
I can see in chat as well that there's a lot of people. There's a lot of love for the Brachiosaurus. Beef Taco says my favorite is also the Brachiosaurus. You released the species field out on my birthday. Thank you. Well, happy belated
Happy
birthday to Beef Taco.
May you be a great and powerful, long-living beef taco.
Exactly. Kesh Game says I love
be
the
the
Brachio
rear
so
ink.
much. My favorite
Could be
overboard.
the
And it's yes, a lot of love for the
Zillions
herbivores
against
in
carnivores.
the chat. So we're going to go from the top of the trees a little closer to the ground, and I think we can talk a bit about the Coelophysis.
Celio.
Go.
Celio.
I love it.
No,
I
it's
love
fine.
I love these production values. It's amazing.
Yeah, species,
Sorry, I can't help but call it out. I just think it looks great.
I love
Coelophysis
these
looks
little
so
guys.
much
Look
better
at them.
here than it did in the
That
past.
fastening down the side of the body is beautiful. It's so sharp as well.
I think we're showing off it's like 4 different colors or something here, showing off some new behaviors. That jump attack, the first time I saw it, I felt like a little squeal build up inside me because I
Taco's
knew,
overrated.
oh, like players are gonna
I'm sorry.
love.
See,
seeing
here the
that.
Coelophysis
There's
doesn't
some
look
pretty strong
fantastic.
stuff like that. Some pretty strong.
In my opinion, it relies on the patterning and I think the other colours as well.
Yeah, it's just such a sharp-looking dinosaur. I mean, it shows off just how high.
I do like the skull design,
our,
though.
our dinosaurs are now compared to JWE1.
And they still looked good in the first game. We've just sort of
They've always looked great,
we've
right?
cranked it up even further.
sure the game will be
but
free at some
we're
point, but
really
you have to wait
kind
like
of,
3 years.
especially on the tools.
Might be on
that we
Game
have,
Pass.
We can now
Never
kind
know.
of develop on top of those and get greater fidelity out.
Maybe
of it.
Brachiosaurus
Really,
can
really
stomp
for sure.
and scare dinosaurs away.
I see
That
Danny
wouldn't
Ha
be
says the black
totally
Coelophysis is
unexpected.
awesome. Death217 says Coelophysis can't wait to do some amazing
Actually,
dinosaur shots. And yeah,
Because
think it looks really cool.
Brachios
Little
now have
social
territory,
animation
like other
you
dinosaurs
see with
do.
them. I'm assuming it's a social.
You know, they would
animation.
need a
I
way
am-
of scaring dinosaurs out of their territory, so maybe that's what
indeed,
they're
where kind of nipping
suggesting.
about each other. Yeah, indeed.
And I looked up some tiny facts about the Coelophysis.
Agreed, Fabian.
It's
Agreed.
the first new dinosaur that we announced for Jurassic World Evolution 2. In my understanding, it's not entirely new for the franchise as a whole. It might have been in some things, but it's
pretty
we're
new
very happy to have
Coelophysis.
it in this game. Triassic dinosaur, more Triassic representation,
Yeah,
as
it's
it
good
were,
stuff.
and it's a cousin to a lot of other predators that would come down the line, like the Dilophosaurus, for example.
Yes.
Coelophysis,
I think that's
someone can correct
it's
me,
fun
but I
to see 'cause
suspect
you
it
can
wouldn't have
see some of the same
feathers because it's so basal.
traits in
It's
this
too
that
early
you
in
can see
development
like
for
other
feathers to have
dinosaurs.
evolved.
Yeah, well,
down
you
the
end up
line.
with different members. Of the
Exactly,
family.
it's Joey.
They've got different ways of surviving, different ways of hunting, different ways of avoiding being hunted. So you get quite interesting differences between them. A major part of the entire asset creation process is that we have some people who are very deeply in love with dinosaurs that spend a lot of time doing research into paleontological papers and studies. We look at bones. We look at, one of the first steps we take in the concepting phase of any dinosaur is we find photographs of the skull.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or the closest thing that we can get in terms of research and accepted science on them. Because what you don't want to do, the head and the head shape obviously is a founding base for the dinosaur. The head shape obviously is possible.
Kind of a bit crazy there.
Yeah, and then they kind of build from there, but it's essential to understand how these creatures worked, or at least how modern science believes they worked. Because what you don't want to do is create your own fantasy and kind of deliver on that.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be accurate to what they will look like within the Jurassic World greater universe.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
there's a lot of, I'm assuming there's a lot of back and forth with Universal as well
of course.
to make sure that they look okay.
Yeah, no, Universal have been great to work with. They've provided us with a lot of information and a lot of kind of data to work.
Did I
with
miss something?
their own creations as well, and that's made the entire process a lot easier.
And so like I noted before, you see some of these new behaviors as well here. You see the socialization stuff, you see the jump attack, you see a bit of running onto the goat. A lot of people picked up on the jump attack onto the goat as well, which I think was, it looks so brutal, but it's also,
People saying I
they're
missed
dinosaurs.
dialogue
They
confirmation.
eat meat, they hunt, all that stuff.
Can I tune
So
out for a second?
It's
very
in
warm.
terms of the goat hunts, we had there was one in particular. I think it may have been this handsome one here. The T-Rex hunting a goat, I think, caused a lot of people internally to kind of stop for a bit and say, "Is this too brutal?" Like,
Right, yeah.
is this what we realized is that the animation team had done such a great job that it was actually invoking an emotional response from people seeing it. But,
Seems interesting. It sounds like the T-Rex
It's a
has a new
massive
goat
carnivore
hunting
on two
animation.
legs. It's not really, it's not animated in a way that's fantastical, but it is a large carnivore hunting a creature it sees as prey. And the fact that it's invoked emotion from our own developers is a great sign.
Yeah.
I think people are going to see that on an awful lot of our animations. There's a lot of really good quality custom work there by the animation team, and a lot of believable, strong animation work.
Sounds cool.
Speaking of some good, believable, strong animation work, let's take a look at the Stegosaurus.
Okay. This is
Because
admittedly
here's one
the
thing that I
best
know a lot of
animation in the
people,
game so far.
Really loved when we first showed it off.
I think I know what
I
it
mean,
might be.
the Stegosaurus one looks amazing in just like
In a
these
second.
two,
There we go.
that roll animation is
Adorable.
just so cute and lovely, and it's so unexpected for a creature of that size, I think, to roll around like that, and then you sort of think about it for a bit. It's like, yeah, it makes sense. Of course, like, what sort of behavior is this? Is it just like a casual idle thing? Does it have a scratch on its back it needs to take care of?
It's adorable. It's almost puppy-esque. It's perfectly believable. It's not like it's something someone randomly decided to do, but it makes a lot of sense, right?
So
I
adorable.
remember, I think that particular bit of footage, I was talking to the people who were recording it, and I said to them, look, have you seen this action that the Stego does?
Yeah.
Let me show it to you quickly. Shared my screen, showed them, they're like, okay, we need to get that into our footage. We need to get people seeing that ahead of time. To call it an idol would probably be not entirely accurate.
Tyrannosaurus, don't worry about that.
It's one of the behaviors that a dinosaur does, essentially while idling. It can go for a number of different things, and it's a kind of clean. Essentially, it's cleaning itself, right? It's trying to look after itself, and various dinosaurs can do various things that are relatively similar. Not similar in the sense that they'll jump on their back and start rubbing their back against the floor, but in ways that make sense for that particular species.
Depth 217 said that the skins looked amazing. They absolutely do. I especially like the.
Well, that's the final
light in the
species
dark,
field guide they can talk about anyway.
The first shot there.
Yeah, the art team have excelled in terms of the creation of these dinosaurs.
You'd have to write on
Obviously,
Stegosaurus' head.
as I'm sure you all know, it's always a combination of artistry and also technical art. The guys on the technical art side have created tools that are just phenomenal at creating really detailed but also kind of efficient and effective in terms of the technology using them. Tools for our art team to use, and that's created a situation where
multiple
our
idle
artistic members
animations.
can really go into detail, kind of
Kind
look
of
at
already
every
expected it, but
scale
still.
on
Nice
the
little mention.
surface of a dinosaur.
Sure.
Figure out exactly why are they there?
Yeah.
Is this skin soft? Is this skin hard? Would it have large scales here, small scales? How would the scales transition from one part of the body to another? How do the spines integrate onto the back of a stego, right? They don't just appear on the top of the skin. There's stuff going on underneath.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that's believable. And then on top of that, the coloration, kind of going into that in detail, understanding what creatures exist in the real world that would have coloration of different sorts and such, and how across different skins for the Stegosaurus those might look. Yeah, they've done
The quality of animation's never been the problem. It's
Happy Chatty
variety
in
of
the
animation
chat
that's always
says
been the
rolling
more
animation is the most adorable thing ever.
It is.
It
really
The
is.
more
absolutely
unique
is.
animations we have, the better,
I looked at
basically.
it and I just thought, oh, people are going to...
Way more than we had in the last game. That is really,
It's that emotional
on the
response
animation
to
side,
what
on the
comes through
behavioural
quality
side,
animation.
that's the main
Because all
thing
that
to
really
sort,
does,
in a
it
way.
makes me a bit sad because what I actually want
Packy's
is
always
the
had
Stego
to each
to fall
other.
outside in real life, so I can kind of just rub its
They
side.
do in the first game.
Yeah, give it a bit of a belly rub. Yeah.
But unfortunately, or at least in my lifetime, I'm unlikely to meet a real Stego, which is a bit saddening.
Yeah.
But never mind. Science of the future,
is sad.
for the sole purpose of rubbing a Stego's belly.
Maybe, yeah, definitely. But then again, this would be the franchise to tell us why this might be a bad idea.
No. That's all fancy. I'm sure there's nothing, and I'll give you my personal guarantee.
It'll be fine if we bring the dinosaurs
Nothing
back.
can go wrong
Yeah, okay.
by bringing dinosaurs back.
All right.
I like
Let's
this guy.
now go over to some more in-game shots. If you've seen our dev diary, which was released earlier this month,
I want to talk about
we
the
have
German magazine,
seen some of
because
this
hope we can
already,
get some
but
high quality
I feel like
screenshots.
important to show some of it and talk a bit more about it. So let's jump over to that.
The Dev Diary was
So we
hype,
see a lovely
admittedly.
park shot, of course.
Yeah, the environment team have done a phenomenal
It
job.
looks really great, and of course we go straight into the
So that's
dinosaurs.
the Diplodocus.
I appreciate I'm here to talk about dinosaurs, but man, they've done well. And our flying,
Stupid
our
short-crested
flying
Reptiles.
reptiles.
Important,
I don't know, man.
important.
I want to just repeatedly call them dinosaurs to see what chat responds with. Yeah, no, it's all great. You've got the raptors there heading
Doing
over.
a bit of pack hunting.
No, I mean they're going over to be polite. There's no.
Give him a bit of a cuddle.
Yeah, no ill intent there. They're going to go hang out. Look, a couple of Stegosaurus.
Yeah, it wasn't added till late in the game. That's why I don't
would be
remember.
terrible. You know, we've never won.
No,
See,
no
they're
new field guide today.
socialising.
Yeah,
Got Clive
It's a
Friday,
bit of
just
joking
go.
around.
Yeah,
It's fine.
of course.
Yeah.
They're friends.
Yeah.
You know, that's what friends do. They sometimes mess about with each other.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, like I'm being cautious, but I think the fighting stuff is gonna.
Yeah,
I think people are gonna be quite impressed by that.
I hope so.
A lot
so.
of really, really good stuff in there. To,
Okay, that's promising.
Really set it aside from JWE, so.
Okay. It's
That's,
called
that
Joey, but
absolutely what I'm hoping as well.
okay.
I really like the like tiny bit that we've given you through these through the dev diaries, for example, and through these species field guides. So it's a sort of it's a tiny morsel of the bigger meal that's about to come when we launch the game.
Don't get
later this
hyped,
year.
don't get
It's been-
hyped.
It's been really great.
It's a
seeing
snake
the-
oil
seeing the
salesman. It's not
skins,
to be
seeing some of
trusted
the
yet.
Behaviors and like
We
that
shall
tiny
see.
just growl or whatever it is from the
The Amargasaurus.
no, from the Velociraptor that appears.
That environment is
right,
so
yeah, yeah.
beautiful, though.
'Cause you
Such a
have
step
that one
over
with
the
the
first
Amarga as
game.
well, where it
Really
kind of
is.
pulls back and then gives out this little this yelp. I say little because
Fred is good,
Amargasaurus
mate.
is a much smaller creature than you'd expect.
Yeah, but it's still big.
Yeah, I remember initially seeing the concept for it. I was like, that's a really.
I don't
cool
think we've seen the
dinosaur.
Mosasaurus until the
And then
gameplay
guys obviously
trailer.
made it, and then we saw it in game, and I was like, that's
So probably about a month.
not the scale I expected, but it makes sense, right?
Yes.
A massive creature, evolutionarily speaking, probably wouldn't need spines like that down the back of its neck. So yeah, it's great.
And I hope everyone out there, just yet, you absolutely should.
Diplodocus,
And,
Coelophysis,
I
Velociraptor.
think at this point,
Taurosaurus,
I'm looking at my
Cosmosaurus.
notes correctly, and I'm looking at the time
Maybe
correctly. I'm trying
Parasaurolophus.
to-
Those are 6.
I think we're gonna switch you, Orchun, out with someone else that you may have seen from the dev diary if you've seen the dev diary. And
An upgrade, I assure you.
and as we do that, we're also gonna debut the small something
Oh.
new that we.
Oh.
Good park managers know that creating and caring for prehistoric animals takes not only financial backing, but the greatest scientific minds available. Scientists are a new addition to your park teams. They each have specific skills that influence the outcome of tasks such as fossil extraction, incubation, and dinosaur welfare. Keeping your scientists well trained and monitoring their stress levels will ensure tasks are completed quickly and allow for the smooth running of your park. An unhappy scientist could lead to dire consequences.
Okay. Very small, admittedly, but confirmation of baryonyx and Parasaurolophus. We will go back through that clip at the end. I just want to let the stream play out for now.
And we're back. Wasn't that great?
That was a quick
That was
haircut.
your quick introduction to Scientists, a new game mechanic that we're bringing in for Jurassic World Evolution 2. And I'm joined on the couch by Jim Stimson, lead designer on Jurassic World Evolution 2.
Indeed,
Did
yeah.
I get the title right now?
Yes, yeah, I am
Great.
lead designer indeed.
Because I got the title for Rich wrong the last time, so I needed to get it right this time.
Yeah, he won't take that well.
Yeah, it's always going to
No,
be
he
small.
didn't.
If you expected a huge thing,
So
that's on you
yeah, Jim, why
guys,
don't
not
you
on
introduce
not on
yourself?
Frontier. To be honest.
So yeah, I'm lead designer on this fantastic game. To a team of absolutely wonderful designers who make my life much easier
Mhm.
and make me look good. Importantly, yeah, I've been
This
at
man does
Frontier
not
for,
skip leg
for
day.
12 years. It'll be 13 years by the time this game comes
Wow.
out. So yeah, it's always exciting to kind of get to this point in the
It's a
project
T-Rex at the end.
where we're kind of in that exciting run up
Yeah.
to kind of releasing.
Now we can
the
finally
title.
show people all the
Exactly.
amazing things we worked on.
When you're working on it for so long and you're a little bit nervous, like what are people going to think about this?
Yeah.
And then I mean, the reaction's just been fantastic.
Yeah.
So
Do you keep up with it a lot? I mean, that's usually my job, and my team's job.
Yeah, I mean, of course, of course, we can't help ourselves. We look and we kind of keep an eye on the sentiment and stuff, but everyone's so excited.
Happened last time as well.
Yeah, it's been a real lift for me personally and for the team. You know, it really helps us get to the finishing line and put in that extra effort.
I bet. Yes, scientists. It is a new mechanic.
It's a cool mechanic, scientists. Unironically, it's a huge improvement on the last game.
And we're going to talk a bit about it, but I want to get to know you a little bit first.
Sure.
Were you much of a dinosaur kid growing up, now that you're working on a dinosaur game?
Yeah, I really was. I loved dinosaurs when I was little. I still remember.
Yeah, I
going
mean,
to,
Barry and Para were inevitable.
Natural
Last was
History Museum
Stegosaurus.
and kind of seeing all the skeletons there, and especially when you're so little, they're just gigantic compared to you, and you're just like in awe of these things.
I think we still might see the UI. We've not talked about the German magazine yet.
Yeah,
all right,
I'm sure. I know, that's fine. But yeah, it's. I now get to see it through like different eyes because
I didn't expect to see dinosaurs in it, right?
And he's just crazy about dinosaurs. So working on this game has been fantastic for him, and kind of working from home, and he'll come in and sneak and have a look over my shoulder at what I'm working on and stuff.
Why does my dad not work
at
Frontier?
My little girl, she's now getting into dinosaurs as well, and she's a lot of it is because I'm working on this game. And bless her, she went out the other day for a trip with her auntie, and she bought a little red Triceratops. Red Triceratops toy.
It doesn't roll off the tongue that well.
It doesn't.
Fine.
And she's called it Red Roy.
He works at Nintendo.
Bless her. So yeah, so it's a big a big thing in my house.
So you're raising like a dinosaur household at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. My wife hasn't got a clue what we're talking about most of the time.
Well, it happens sometimes.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite part of the game so far?
So I don't have one favourite thing. I've got lots.
Yeah.
Which I think is probably important for me as the lead designer to have lots of favourite things.
Yeah.
What we've done with the dinosaurs is fantastic, and the team working on those, all the way from kind of concept art into behaviours, like the way they act is well, I mean, we've already seen some of it. It's absolutely fantastic. The new territory system that we've got in there is brilliant. The paleobotany side of things, there's so much going on
mods,
now.
Not officially though.
It's absolutely brilliant. So, yeah, I'm looking for and the scientists as well. I'm a big fan of those. Luckily,
we've also got a lot of Dino kids in chat.
Honestly, the scientists are going to be hyped.
20 years ago.
It's going to be a really cool mechanic. It's going to make the general gameplay a lot more interesting.
All my emotes
I'm
are
only going to hire weirdos. You're only allowed to be hired if you want to go to Area 51 or you believe in ghosts. Those are the only essentials I have.
I keep seeing
YouTube
chat over there saying that marine reptiles are cancelled. They are not. There will be marine reptiles in Jurassic World Evolution 2. We've talked about it quite a bit. And we also have that thing in the species field guides.
Why would they be cancelled?
But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the scientists.
People are just silly.
So yeah, they're a part of the deeper park management systems that we're introducing in Jurassic World Evolution 2. What do they do for you as you're running a park?
Well, they do lots of things for you. Now I'm going to try and remember these. There's 6 things. There is research, expeditions, fossil extraction, synthesizing, incubation, and healing.
All right.
So they do a lot of things for you in the park. They're really important. Part of the game.
Alien ghosts, yes, even better.
So everything that has to do with just keeping things running at a sort of decent pace, I guess.
In progress, they are an incredibly key part of the game. Yeah,
right.
Definitely. And there's a lot of balance to be had with how you, which ones you hire, and how you train them, and we'll touch on the traits in a second as well. There's lots of balance there.
The small thing was the video.
That you've got a
but the video did show
two
dinosaurs we
working
haven't
for you
seen before.
in order to be able to do the tasks you want to do when you want to do them.
Right, definitely. So how do you go about hiring scientists? I'm assuming it's not just. I'm assuming there's a list somewhere, a hiring sheet, but I'm guessing there's more than just that.
So you're able to go. We've got a scientist management page. You can go in there. You'll be able to see.
Someone go find out when Jim joined Frontier quickly.
Kind of empty slots where you can click on, and then that will take you into a page where you can kind of scroll through. different scientists available to you. Have a look at what their skills are. Have a look at what
You've got to
their traits
remember
are,
as well when
have a look
people are
at how much it
talking that these
costs,
people aren't
and
community
yeah,
people or
try and make
presenters.
an
These are
informed decision on what's best for
developers,
your park
game
at that
devs. They're
moment
not,
in
you
time.
know,
Right.
they're not
And
hired.
you have as many as you want of
To
them?
chat.
Is there like a set number
Yeah,
that you
there's-
can hire at
you can
any
tell.
time?
I think
or-
they're doing a good
So
job.
there is an upper limit, but kind of what you are limited by is the staff center.
Right.
So if you want to have more scientists, you need to build more staff centers, and you can put upgrades on those as well. And kind of the biggest factor though is money, because
Right.
they're not cheap.
No,
They
of course
are
not.
they
I
are
mean, if
very,
you're
you know,
We knew,
they've
but we
studied
haven't
for a long
seen.
time.
That's
Yeah.
the key.
They're experts in their field.
Yeah.
You've got to pay them the big bucks.
I just imagine if we have any academics in chat, just like sort of shaking their heads at us, saying that
Yeah.
scientists are expensive. But, so I mean, yeah,
The scientists are like £1,000 a minute or
bringing
something, rather than,
dinosaurs back to life,
20,000 a
using
year.
DNA gathered from their fossils.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's a very specialized study. It's a very specialized person you would have to be.
Yeah.
So you can probably name your price if you want to be hired somewhere.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, as you said, they need to be they might need to be trained as well, because like
We have seen footage of
you want to
monorails.
hire someone and then
It's
maybe
in the,
even keep them for a bit and maybe
Dev Diary.
improve their skills.
Yeah. So we've got 3 different skill types for a scientist, which are logistics, genetics, and welfare. And they can have a different number of skill points in each of those.
Yeah.
And what you're able to do is you're able to do research, which unlocks extra points that you can then give them. And what you can do is you can have a look at, maybe making them a specialist in one of those 3 skill areas, or you can make them kind of more of a generalist. And it's important to have that balance there in order to be able to,
Unfortunately, Dennis Nedry wasn't the scientist.
not slow yourself down at any one point in the game.
Right. Tipper a Fish in Twitch chat says, if I just give my scientists fun for Uber Eats, they'll stay happy. I wish it was that easy, unfortunately.
If only.
They need a bit of rest, I assume, because they get a bit of stress when you
So
when you place them into tasks.
No,
each
I
task,
love the
they-
scientist
they get
mechanic.
one
Staff management
stress,
wasn't a thing in the last game,
like anyone, the more work
and
you
it made
do,
it
the
feel
more
like a
stressed
mobile
out you
game
get.
in some ways.
We can all
And,
relate to that, I think.
Yeah, exactly. And the scientists have their limits, and once they get to that point, you need to rest them, and you can do that through the staff center and the scientist management page. And if you choose not to, because there are times when there's a good reason to not rest them, they can become burnt out.
Right.
I suppose if you've got like an injured dinosaur you need to desperately heal or something, you send your scientist to go cure it.
I won't go into too much
But it might
detail,
burn
but
them
bad
out.
things can happen.
You may have, like the story of Dennis Nedry may have
Exactly.
go, chap.
may have been carried down the line of Jurassic World scientists.
Still not a
I assume.
scientist though.
Yes,
He's an
most
IT guy.
definitely. Yeah.
Why does
It's
everyone
it's
call
a
him a
key part
scientist?
of
Charles
the
doing gets
Jurassic
well.
experience, so.
Dinosaur in chat asks if the pool of base science is that RNG when you acquire them?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
random number generation for those
I do like the idea.
You have a
Let's
pool
do
to
this.
pick from, and then I can't remember the exact time, but they'll regenerate a new set of scientists for you to
I
pick
do like the
from.
idea that if you mistreat
So,
your scientists,
you
you
know,
find
if
them
the
naked
one that
in the
you-
woods
you want,
on all fours, hunting for
kind of
goats.
either in terms
They go
of skills
feral.
or in traits.
That'd be great.
Then it depends how patient you are as a player, really.
yeah.
As like you can wait for a bit and wait for it to regenerate and find the one that you want, or if you're impatient like
One
me,
final crop of
you
scientists
you
of some team.
pick whoever. And just go,
Sure.
right, you'll do.
Check that out afterwards.
These
Raptorus.
specializations, how do they help when you play? What do they affect?
So
They don't
trait
sabotage your own
system
park.
is really important to
Yeah, I've
having
seen that as well.
a balanced set of scientists. These are kind of like their little specializations. So you can have ones like faster extractions. So if you
Right.
send them on an extraction task, it means that it will take less time for them to come back.
Yeah.
Speedy dinosaur.
Or cheaper incubation. So when you're incubating your dinosaurs, it costs you less money. So having kind of a balance of all of these different traits means that if you use the right ones for the right jobs, you can speed it up or make it cheaper for yourself.
I am in two minds about these streams.
The other thing that you can do is you can over-assign scientists to tasks. And if you over-assign and have more skill points than you need for that task, then again that can reduce the amount of time.
It's a
things
recap.
take.
We know
So,
all this. So
you
that's that's what they said. It's a recap
there's
stream.
lots of options there as a player.
they could
to
maybe
choose how
jazz it up a
quickly
little
you're
bit.
going to progress through
Doesn't
the
have to be
game.
new information, but I think the presentation
But
would be
obviously,
jazzy.
if you're going to give them more tasks,
but,
they need to rest
still.
more often.
Of course, of course. Is it then possible, because there's these different skills and different
I'm gonna try and make some mods.
expertises that you have? Is
That's
it possible, for
years away,
example, to have sort of one scientist?
I'm not
Yeah,
like a,
I'm trying not to say specific numbers because I know the numbers are a bit up in the air.
That's fine.
yeah.
Definitely, yeah. You it's helpful when you're playing to have someone who is really good in logistics or genetics or welfare, especially as you kind of get in towards the later game, because then
It has, Antonio.
tasks you need
We're
more
gonna go back
skills
to it
for
at the
those
end, though,
tasks
if it
in the
helps.
later game. So therefore, the best thing for you to do is to make sure that you have got.
We've had a
these
few new
people
dinosaurs confirmed.
who are really good in these individual areas.
Yes, definitely. I was looking at my notes while you were speaking, so I lost the thread there.
Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter who they are, though, just
system.
talking
It
about it. I just
gives,
think, have
a lot more
some
personal
gameplay
touch
we've
to
already
the
seen or
management
screenshots
aspect,
we've already
kind of
seen
like
rolling over.
heroes in
Or
a strategy game. And yeah, I agree.
fireworks,
Someone in
party
YouTube chat
hats or
also pointed
something.
out that they have individual bios.
They do,
that you
yep.
can see as you're sort of picking them out. And if you take
Bios
a
are
look
great.
at
The bios are so good.
the park management guide that we showed you during the stream, which should be now on our YouTube channel, you can also read some of these bios. And I'm assuming that we have. I mean, I know we have a copywriter, and I know we have writers working.
I just
for
can't
us,
get
so
off his
they've been
calves.
Yeah,
typing
yeah.
away, putting these
So
together.
yeah, and we also
Biceps as well,
created
the
a new
dude.
system that
Works out, I'm telling you.
very talented designer James put together for us to create lots of different unique bios, working with our localization team as well to make sure it all
My favourite
kind of fits
confirmed.
together
I mean,
nicely.
a Margosaurus because
we're
it's
pretty
new, I
pleased with
guess.
that.
That's cool. I like it. I
It's
can't wait
it's a
to-
nice little touch.
I
to
can't
put
wait
in
to
there.
read some of the bios when I actually get to.
We might be able to mod the bios. That would be cool, actually.
Yeah.
Write custom bios
Are
and
there
put
other
custom people into the
staff
game.
types that you need to hire, or are they all just sort of everyone's a scientist working in Jurassic World?
So yeah, everyone's a scientist.
I have a question.
And kind of the other
Frontier is filled with
workers in the
beautiful men.
park, you don't need to worry about them. You just need to worry about the scientists and managing them. I mean, they're a handful enough as it
And
is.
beautiful
so
dinos.
Anything extra, I think, would be pretty
And
stressful.
cacti.
Does this also mean that because I know this came up after the dev diary came out, at least on our forums. Shout out to the forums, by the way. If the divisions were no more, because that was a huge part of Jurassic World Evolution.
Yeah, we
1,
already know this,
Yeah.
haven't we?
having to do
They're gone.
contracts for the different the Hammond Foundation divisions. Like, is Dr. Dua, Isaac, and George, are they just gone now? Are they coming back in some fashion? Or?
So they are coming back, yes.
Oh no.
But I'm
The
not.
characters or the divisions?
The characters are coming
Right.
back, but I'm not going to say in what capacity the characters come back.
Hopefully
well,
just
yeah,
get
we'll find
eaten
out
at some
later.
point and that's it, because I hate all three of them.
So you heard it here. Not only is, I mean, you heard it here last time.
They're safe. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Not-
Not
It's
on,
okay.
You heard it here last time. Not only is Cabot Finch coming back, but Dr. Dua, Isaac, and George all safe and making it in. to Jurassic-
Cabot's back at his best as well.
Yes, I've
It's
heard
hilarious.
I've heard some of the voice
So
lines. and
good.
they're-
So
they're
excited for
choice.
Cabot.
They're really, really good. All right, I think I'm going to see if there's any scientist questions in chat. Happy Chappy says, I want to hire the scientist with the most tragic backstory
Yes.
and give them a good and stress-free job. at
Wait,
my
no,
farm."
nonsense.
I mean, you can do that. It might cost you a bit to put them into rest all the time, but definitely.
Yeah.
Why are
I
you
don't
spamming
think it'd be
this
that
thing? Right,
stressful
next person who
working
says
at
this
the park
scientist
with
thing, I'm just going to
dinosaurs
ban you
that
because
We've
break
seen the
out
movies.
shit. Yeah, exactly.
We've seen the movies. Do scientists cure diseases? You touched on this a little bit. They do work with.
no, divisions aren't. They
the,
literally
the
just said
medicine.
divisions aren't
Yeah,
back.
yeah. So we've got a paleomedical facility, and your dinosaurs can get injured, and when that happens, you need to transport them to the paleomedical facility, and then scientists will go in and fix them up for you.
Soggy Bagman asks, does training scientists increase their salary? I assume it
Soggy
does.
bag ban.
Yes, yeah. So the more skilled they are, the more money they
Just
cost.
think very British about that.
And so again, it's one of those important things in any management game is trying not to expand too quickly and make them too expensive. But again, it's a balance between you could have a few
Stop
very
spamming
skilled
Kentro,
scientists,
guys. We'll go
or you
watch
can
it again
have
after
many
this, alright?
kind of lower skilled scientists.
The game's not
And
going to get delayed.
it's-
I'd be very
It's that
surprised.
balance that you have to strike as a player to make sure you keep making your money.
Let's see if there are any other questions that we can try to answer. Well, zero do 10, I think it's how you pronounce that. What can stressed out scientists do to your park? We sort of alluded to it earlier, and if you watch the video, like it can lead to some dire consequences.
Sort of guessed.
Yeah, just watch Jurassic
protest.
Park. I think that's probably the, yeah, you have to be very careful. You know, things like sabotage were so important in Jurassic World
There's basically
Evolution,
hospitals
and
for Dino.
that is
Yeah,
a
we've
very
seen them
important
already.
part
Talked about
of
it in the video.
Kind of the Jurassic.
I'm hoping
universe.
Experience, I guess.
Yeah,
You're gonna see the dinosaurs
this
getting
time
killed.
It's, you know, it's a little bit more in your direct control over what goes on, but I really like it as a real nice risk reward sometimes when you're just impatient and you're like, well, just one more task.
Yeah.
And
Just to
one
see how
more
it
peak
goes.
and see what
upstream.
happens. And, yeah.
If you're coming in expecting new
All
stuff,
right, I think it's time,
your fault,
to,
not
to
Frontiers.
move on to.
I don't know why I have to go through this every time. It's crazy to me.
Running out of time, almost. But yeah, so
We even got several dinosaurs
that's your
confirmed.
introduction to scientists. You can check
where's my
out
German?
the video again on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jurassic World Evolution. We're also on our
No
forums
mention of
going to
hybrids.
be putting
No.
up a write-up about the scientist system and some of the things that you need to know.
Cool.
But now we're going to be moving on to
German.
a German gaming magazine
Hey.
that have been picking up some steam recently. Fans of German gaming literature may have noticed a recent article going around, thanks to some clever content creators, with some exclusive images. So we thought it would be a good idea to take a few minutes and take a look at them. So let's jump over to these screenshots.
It's not shilling to talk about things that they've already talked about.
Here we go. And
Oh, we do have better
so,
quality.
of
Oh,
course,
look at that patterning on
lovely,
the...
lovely.
come back.
Screenshot
you doing?
Straight from the game. Of course, this is a screenshot from the gyrospheres,
Yep.
which make their return. I think you've seen them for like a second or two in the dev diary. Here we have the
Can I
hatchery,
see...
UI.
there's a
Tim, can
timer.
you pause
Where's the
this,
tick
please,
there?
for a
I still
second?
don't get that.
So yes, you've got the hatchery UI. You've got two Amargosauruses ready to go.
Yep.
And
Still throwing
eagle-eyed
me.
viewers may see that there are two buttons. There's Release Dinosaur, which I think just lets them all out.
Yeah. So it's a really cool new feature that we've added in. So you can do
Yeah, the quality's still
multi-release,
not
and you can
great,
see
but
the
it's
dinosaurs
definitely better,
kind of
though.
all running out together. And
What's
yeah,
the little
and
tick on the white bar? That's
fantastic.
thrown me for a
See
loop.
there's-
what the animators have done with that stuff.
There's also a button
Brilliant.
here called Release via Airlift, which
Yeah.
we've mentioned briefly in a feature focus previously, but it does
Yeah.
exactly what it says on the tin, I'm assuming.
Yes, it does. It's this fantastic thing where you can get your dinosaurs ready and go, well, I don't want to release them into this enclosure.
Yeah.
I want to put them, other side of the park.
Yeah.
And you can do release via airlift, and you go over and you click down, and all of them
all
get
of them
delivered.
Very
Place
excited about
Yeah.
that. It's going to be a big
Amazing.
deal.
And that
It's-
goes
it's
for
brilliant.
the entire group as
Yeah,
well,
maybe.
I'm assuming, if you're releasing a group of
Yeah.
dinosaurs.
So if you're releasing a group, you have to do all of them
Right.
at once. You don't have to put them all in the same enclosure,
No,
but
of
you
course.
you
Yeah.
have to do the number of clicks you need to do.
How can a tick be a
Let's
number of dinosaurs?
continue further and take a look at
I like
some
my
of the
theory
features.
was that the tick moves on, and that's the number of dinosaurs in that
yeah,
clutch.
I'm excited about
So
some of this stuff.
one,
Now,
it's
keep
like
in
near
mind
the
some of
start.
this, some of these UI elements might be.
Which might be what you meant.
They're still from a game that's still in development, so some things might change. But
There's
we
a
wanted to give
tick.
you a brief look at what things may look like.
Ah.
Can we pause it there, Tim, as well? So,
Stop
got the
speeding.
Gallimimus,
Yeah.
and I really like just overall.
It's got a better
look
skin this
at
time
the
around.
screen
Gally
look
does
of
look
the
better.
Dinosaur. You can see the shadow there.
And the
You
thing
can
is,
see the
big hatcheries
reflection
doesn't matter
of the
anymore
viewing
because we
tower
can,
in the water.
take them around.
Yeah, there's so much
Yeah.
that we've added.
Yeah, I think that's what
into
it is,
this
Flash
game
Marine.
and
I
layered
think
on
you're
top of
Hmm.
what we had last time. And the dinosaurs as well. Like,
Population,
they
not
look
predation,
so
as I said. Population,
They look
like,
amazing.
fantastic.
They
alpha
absolutely
name,
do.
and then there's that. Is that territory?
It's
Must
a
just
nice,
do territory.
bright skin as well for it. You can see in the UI, you can see like.
I mean,
its
hatcheries
overall
always gonna
comfort
come
level.
back.
You
I
can see
don't know what
when
people
you need to
expected.
Increase and decrease.
Yeah.
The edit environment button is basically just to immediately jump into adding more paleobotany.
The dinosaurs
Yeah,
literally
yeah,
come back
it's-
together.
it's a
We've seen it
shortcut.
before.
So yeah, you don't have
saw
to
it with the
jump in and out of
Amargosauros
menus in
last
order
month.
to be able to get that.
Let's go watch the Amargosauros species
good
profile.
quality of life.
It's a
thing,
real
I would
good
say.
quality of life.
Or-
thing,
Yeah,
yeah,
let's
otherwise-
it in the
let's
profile? I
continue
think it was, yeah.
further, please, shall we? Thank you so much, Tim.
And we know that
Tim
two
behind the
Rexes
boards
can release
doing an
together as well.
amazing job of everything during the stream.
Yeah, the water looks so much better. It's got claw sticks
This
now.
will be the
Looks
staff
really
center,
nice.
if I'm not mistaken.
glasses. I'm such an old man now.
Do you need to borrow
yes.
mine?
Yeah, that is the staff centre. And yeah, you can.
I'll try it.
And
very
let's
important
pause
part of
on
it.
this one as well.
Yes.
This one would be one of our amenities buildings.
Yep,
and,
and we can see the customization that we've added in there. We've got the color wheel, the color picker. So there's going to be like several different things that you can change on an amenity. Not just color, but you can kind of change the look of them as well, and kind of really make them look individual. So you know, as you
yeah, this is going to be a cool system. So this again is another way to kill downtime. You know, you're waiting for your fossils to get here. Go customize your buildings
I
and
really
stuff
like
like
the
that.
fact that you can, you can choose the different colorations. You can sort of save them
Appreciate
in the lower left corner there.
Aim
I
the
think.
best.
So yeah, that will save your recently used colors. Yep.
And also, so you can put colors together that you can contrast and complementary. That's what I was looking for. Yeah.
I don't know.
Get your color wheel out.
I don't know how most of them will come out. We don't know anything
the
about
right
Musa.
RGB on everything. Let's go on and continue the slideshow here.
Is that it? Is there more than this? I don't remember anymore.
Let's see what else we got. I don't remember the order I put these in.
Yeah.
So yeah, of course we've got another.
Right, we're going back.
Brachiosaurus and Triceratops here, with also some of their
Nothing new there, I don't think.
comfort levels and some of the things that they might need in their territory and in their enclosure. And it's very easy. Just click on a dinosaur, see at a glance everything you need to know, and then just jump in.
I wouldn't worry too much about individual values and stuff like that, guys. These are probably bull shots, so
yeah, that's what you want.
I wouldn't
you want to
panic.
be able to quickly look at these things, and so we've made sure that you can.
For sure. Big Wolf Gamer says, greatly prefer this UI. Looks sharp, clean, concise, easy flow between information and action. Just my opinion.
does look better.
The UI team, like everyone's done
I
brilliantly.
feel like we
on
can't
this.
just stop praising
I
people
know.
enough for the work that they do.
Well, we should do, really, because they have been doing fantastic work. Everyone has. Like, it's
Just
really
realised
difficult
what's going on,
to
isn't it?
kind of imagine how much
We're not
time
getting
and
babies.
talent
Let's not be silly.
goes into making a game as big as this. But yeah, like focus on the UI. Like the guys have done an amazing job with the UI. There's been a lot of back and forth between UI design and the design team, and we've worked together really closely.
Mosasaurus delivered by
make sure,
Stork. Confirmed.
We're getting all the correct information across, and you know, our UI design team are very smart chaps. So.
Ross in YouTube chat says quality of life improvements on point. We love to hear that. Wyatt Miller says the new UI also fits the new game so much better. Like it screams Jurassic World Evolution 2. So it screams sequel and improvement. We love to hear that as well. Let's continue with the slideshow and see what next is coming
methinks.
up. Yeah, we're back to the.
Yeah, it's a great look in the Suso, isn't it?
I think on the right there, that's the Ranger
outpost.
That's the Ranger post, yeah.
Which then the Rangers link up to be able to see what all the dinosaurs
Yeah, so you can assign your Ranger team to a Ranger post, and that kind of gives them a point of contact to kind of go to.
I think the lagoon will basically have a
you know,
hatchery built
I'm not
into
sure
it.
how
That's how I'm
much
assuming it
about
works.
a Ranger post. How
We've
much
said
we'll
that they link up to it just to see the dinosaur.
Oh no, he's lonely.
How the dinosaurs are
Yeah.
So
So
he's got a
it's
5
all
security
related to
rating. That
dinosaur
seems very
comfort.
high for the Stegosaurus.
Speaking of some of the transport stuff that we talked about as well, there was once
It's a baby.
when these screenshots were published in Games Actuel, there were a lot of people wondering. There was a button on the, I think it was almost the very bottom of the UI there,
just above the demolish button.
Which, if you're just above the demolish button, if you're wondering what that looked like, it's a helicopter with a tiny box underneath it.
Not that one.
I think
It's a helicopter with some arrows on it.
Yes.
That is the new place for transport teams. So again, this is quality of life.
Someone said it looks like a
improvement.
Mosasaurus or
Whoever that was in
something.
the chat. This one's just for you. What we kind of looked at from a design point of view is to match the gameplay that we've added into this. It's much easier and faster as a player to be able to go onto that side menu to be able to move your dinosaurs around rather than having to go through
that
the
patterning on the
response
crest is
facility,
beautiful.
like we did in Jurassic World Evolution. So it speeds things up.
Yeah, it does look smaller than the
massively, and
Suto.
it's,
So did
it's a brilliant
Casmo.
quality of life
click a
feature.
button, click a dinosaur.
I'm hoping we have more size
transport.
variety in
Off
our
it goes.
Ceratopsids.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah,
streamlined.
to be fair, 5 could maybe
Amazing,
not be the
amazing
max.
stuff.
It could go up to 10 or something.
Awesome. So
for
there you
sure.
have it. people who wondered, and I know there were a lot of you who wondered what that button was. And,
We did. We did.
now
We
you
all
know.
wondered.
It's, for
It did not look like a mosasaurus, though.
transporting dinosaurs.
Ah, people.
All right, the final thing I think we can talk a little bit about. If you've been keeping up with our feature focuses, we released a feature focus. Yeah, we've got enough time. We released a feature focus over this week about challenge mode and sandbox mode, which I personally love sandbox mode. Love just going in and
I'm really excited about new challenge mode. I think it's gonna be great.
They are never hungry. They never get sick.
Considering it
never
was a
die,
mode I didn't really care about in the
and I
last
can
game.
Build a park.
I think the new one sounds pretty cool if they actually
however
follow through on it
style
properly.
fashion I want. Are you a sandbox mode guy or a challenge mode guy?
I'm definitely a challenge mode guy. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I like the difficulty in there. Yeah, and being able to. So we've got 4 difficulties.
Yeah.
Same as Jurassic World Evolution, easy, medium, hard, and Jurassic.
Yep.
Jurassic being really quite testing.
Yes,
and
I've seen the threads on the forums.
Yes, yeah. So it was such a big success in the last game. It's like we have to bring it back. But we also need to improve on things, and so that's why we've introduced conditions this time. What conditions are? They're kind of like these little stipulations in each level that mean that we may restrict you in certain ways. You may only be allowed to do a few different things, and the reason why we've added that in is so when you go and play a level, you have to kind of think about things in a different way.
Right.
There's not one kind of set strategy that you can use.
That's exactly what needed to be addressed.
And then also kind of as
you can
up
play
the
challenge
difficulty,
Jurassic
there'll
mode
be
on
more
every single
conditions
map the exact
as
same
well.
way and
So
knock it out
things
in under
get
3 hours
harder
really easily.
in
So
many ways.
it's not just a matter of, what was it, pumping out compies and just sort of hoping for the best and see if they can generate enough income for you to get to 5
All
stars.
the compies.
But yeah, so you're in challenge mode. You'll still be working towards reaching 5 stars, but then I think the idea is to make it more sort of bespoke per level and bespoke per difficulty.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
It's a
We've
cool
still
idea.
got par times in there as well on top of that. It's just trying to keep it interesting, trying to make things feel different and varied, and hopefully the players enjoy it.
Yeah. And sandbox mode, of course, will be pretty familiar for people who played the first game.
They were talking about the last
You
game.
pick a map,
the compy.
and then you've got your open-ended.
I don't see
gameplay
compy
there,
getting
and then
removed from the game, but they
menu
were
you
talking
can-
about Evolution
You
1
can
now.
choose a
we
bunch
should
of
say.
different options of what you want to turn on, what to turn off, and then you can build your perfect park, essentially. And all the game's maps are playable in sandbox mode. That includes levels from Chaos Theory and from challenge mode.
Yep.
So there's going to be a lot to play around with.
It won't be
I
outside.
think. And I
Yeah,
think
there's a lot of content.
and I
Yeah,
think we've also
definitely.
November
said
at the
that,
earliest, I think.
Maps will have more real estate to work with than in the previous game. So I think we're going to see some amazing screenshots and like flyover videos and everything.
There is going
once-
to be
once
some,
the game comes out.
fantastic things. Yeah, definitely.
And also for sandbox mode, if you haven't read the article, we should also mention that things for sandbox mode need to be unlocked in the other modes by researching it. But then once it's researched, boom, you have it in sandbox mode.
Yeah.
And we'll start you off with like a
Species field
small
guide.
group of basic items in sandbox mode, but then everything else needs to be
Yeah,
researched.
we give you enough to get by.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from the beginning. But it's, but like I personally, that's what I enjoy. Like it's going to these other modes and everything sort of feeds back into sandbox mode again.
Yeah, it's a really nice mechanic.
One piece not confirmed, guys.
Okay.
I mean, it basically is, but it's not
I
confirmed.
think we're just about the end of our hour here. I'm going to turn this around because that means that I've gone through all my notes.
Good job, Jens. I'm proud of you. He's a nice guy.
For everyone out there
It's a good
asking
egg.
for a release date, we are not quite ready to reveal that just yet, but we should have more news to share in the future. So don't forget to follow all of our social channels, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. We are at, we're at JW_evolution on Twitter. It's at Jurassic World Evolution on Instagram. It's facebook.com/Jurassic World
Well, go
Evolution,
check out that
and
scientist video if they're done.
youtube.com/Jurassic World Evolution as well. And I think that's about it for this monthly highlights stream. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you to Orchun for joining us in the first half. Thank you very much to you, Jim.
Thank you for having me.
joining us as well. Thank you to Tim for holding it down behind the keys, behind the ones and twos.
It went better this time. There's less. Remember that crackling we got last month?
Everything else.
No issues this time, really.
Everyone out there in chat
for
watching and for sharing your questions and for just.
We've already had the new thing, guys.
Keeping the chatter going as we sit here and talk through the hour. The hour goes by really, really quickly. And of course, thank you so much.
You guys
to our
confuse
lovely
me so much
mod
sometimes.
Team, Heather G, of course, I've seen, and I think I saw Aramis there as well, and of course to Eltanen from the community team also for keeping up moderation in chat. So we'll be back at the end of next month, at the end of August, with another monthly highlights stream. And of course, keep your eyes peeled to all of our social channels for any and all official information and news about Jurassic World Evolution 2. And until we see you next time.
This reminds me of when I try to end a video and it just never ends. It just talks for a billion years. We'll let it play out just in case. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to go watch the scientist thing. Some of you missed it. I believe it is online on their channel. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so we'll watch it through again. And then we'll break it down a little bit. Oh, wow, hello.
Good park managers know that creating and caring for prehistoric animals takes not only financial backing, but the greatest scientific minds available. Scientists are a new addition to your park teams. They each have specific skills that influence the outcome of tasks such as fossil extraction, incubation, and dinosaur welfare. Keeping your scientists well trained and monitoring their stress levels will ensure tasks are completed quickly and allow for the smooth running of your park. An unhappy scientist could lead to dire consequences.
Okay, that was the new thing, guys. So you're aware. That was the new thing. That's it. It was a small new thing. Small was not a hint, seemingly, at all. Jens, you tricky so-and-so. But that was the new thing. That's all they ever promised. I just want to address this. Last time I think I'm going to talk about this because it's really annoying me. If you're disappointed with what you saw, or you want to see more stuff in general, I get that. I totally understand that. What I don't get is coming to a stream which they announced was a recap stream and was just going to go over previously seen information with one small, emphasis on small, new thing, and then be disappointed that that's exactly what you got. That doesn't make sense to me. That seems silly. That's all I'm saying. Done now. Done. I'm being annoyed. Right, I want to have a look at this.
Good park manager.
Okay, anything here? Right, first of all, as people have mentioned, yeah, elevation looks elevation is very complex, actually, compared to what we can do in Evolution 1. It's not necessarily part of the park. This could be the park edge right here. You don't know. Probably is, actually, but we'll see. No, also, you don't have to be grateful. I want to go the other way. You don't have to be grateful for what they do. You know, at the end of the day, they're trying to sell you a game. It's up to them to make you want to buy the game. Basically, go about halfway between those two, those things. Right, so we can see Main Street. I don't see anything particularly new there. There's our entrance. They're not entering via the monorail anymore. They've got like an underground chasm sort of thing. We see the aviary on the right-hand side. We see the hotels in the distance. This is actually new as well, although we have kind of already learned about this. What's that? That's nothing. You can see there's a big hotel, but there's also like a smaller hotel over here. We are going to get various sizes of hotels, which is really good because the hotel in Evolution was massive, and you could only ever have a massive hotel. Like, and if you had no room, it was a big problem, basically.
Good.
You're now woke. Good stuff. We see a rainbow, which is new, by the way, and they're confirmed. We saw those earlier. I don't see much else to talk about. Access gate over there looks quite large. Restroom. Yeah, that's about it for now.
Park managers know that creating and caring for prehistoric
Okay, then we see baryonyx. 5 of them. 5
animals
blimmin' barries. Actually, I think this is the first time we've seen the vehicle in action as well. There it is, our little medic vehicle thingamajiggy doing its thing. Yeah, 5 baryonyxes living together. So that's an increased social thing. Maximum socials don't appear to be a thing anymore, at least in the dinosaurs we've seen. I think they've removed that limit very much, quite a lot anyway. Snow would be interesting. No, snow's already confirmed. We know we're going to get snowstorms. That was confirmed last week. So snow is definitely going to be part of the game going forward. Basically, instead of just tornadoes, we're now getting snowstorms, we're getting sandstorms, we're getting tornadoes, twisters. I suspect there's a 4th biome with a 4th disaster, but we don't know what it is at this point. Does the baryonyx look different? People are saying yes. I hate the baryonyx, so I didn't really spend any time looking at it, it must be said. What's interesting with the baryonyx is that by default it has a pattern, right? This kind of like darker back, right, that you naturally associate with the baryonyx in a way that the other dinosaurs don't. I wonder if that's a pattern or if that's always there, and then you apply extra patterns on top of that. The environments do look leagues above what we had in the old game. It's not even close. It's beautiful looking. I love this alpine. They've definitely focused on the alpine more. I think it looks a lot nicer than the desert. Desert dinosaurs looks a bit weird in a way, but I'm very excited to have it.
for prehistoric animals takes not only financial.
Okay, Brachiosaurus, of course, Parasaurolophus, properly confirmed now. We did think we already spotted it, but it's nice to... I mean, look, Parasaurolophus was always going to be in the game. It was, you know, very much an inevitability, but it's cool to see, you know, footage.
Backing.
Just make sure I'm not missing anything there. We've got 4 paras, I think.
Not only financial backing.
Yeah, and we see a gyrosphere rolling past in the background as well. Yeah, the Jeep is a bit weird. Several different colours for the para. Again, the para, same as the Barry. It's got this stripe down the back, which is very much what you'd associate with the para by default. So I'm very curious as to how the system's going to work. Is it just a pattern? That are we basically going is one of the patterns for each of the dinosaurs basically going to be the film accurate pattern, basically?
Only financial backing, but the great
People were talking about homilocephaly and stuff, and I'm not really sure why, because I didn't see anything that suggested that.
Available.
Okay, this is what people want about for
Scientists are
Kentro,
a
right?
new addition to your park
Got our
team.
scientists.
They each have specific skills that influence the
18, you
outcome
got tons of them.
tasks, such as fossil extraction.
Can we see some bios, please? I want to read some crazy
incubation,
bios.
and dinosaur welfare. Keeping your scientists well
No, water. I mean, no.
and
Again, deep water is one of those things that I keep seeing people talk about, and I don't really know why. It's never even been suggested, to be honest.
monitoring their stress levels will ensure
Okay, so what is it? There's point. This is really interesting. Armored herbivores 2B. Research access right now. I believe Tendagaroo is, as people suggested, Kentrosaurus. But we're gonna do a little googling, right? Just to have a little look what dinosaurs we have here. Ornithischians. Yeah, so Kentro is the only armored one you would say in that list, really. So it probably is just a Kentro. But that means we can essentially confirm Kentrosaurus, because what else would it be? I don't see an alternative, personally. There's a bunch of sauropods, there's a bunch of theropods, but in Ornithischia there's a limit for sure. Look behind it. Oh, hello! Right, what have we got here? We've got Stygimoloch, I think. Right, let's go through this one by one. That's Dracorex there. That's Gallimimus. That's Dryosaurus. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. That's... Yeah, no, it must do. That's Homilocephaly. That's Pachycephalosaurus. That's Stygimoloch, right? Why are they there? There's Stegosaurus over there as well. Is that alphabetical at all? Homilocephaly, no, it's not alphabetical. It's in a different order. Yeah, Stego's over there, yeah. Well, obviously we already know about Stego, but... Huh! Stiggy, Homer, and Trio confirmed. I'm getting really suspicious that I don't know, man. I'm thinking. I thought they'd be cutting 20, 25 dinosaurs from the game or something like that. But the fact that all 3 versions of the same dinosaur basically got in, you know, they're all oh, it does say small herbivores. Oh, that's really cool. Wait, how would that be a Stegosaurus then? Is that a Stegosaurus? How can it be a Stegosaurus if it's in small herbivores? Yeah, we can actually see the Kentrosaurus. Armored herbivore. Maybe this is small herbivore and on the right it's armored herbivores? And that's been blocked off and there's a new text bar at the top that we can't see. That might be it. It's quite a confusing screen. There's a lot of overlaid information right here. I can see the Kentro. 13. Why 13? I see 6. Yeah, I think this is separate because you can see it's in a different position. These are like equal and these aren't. So these would be the 6 small herbivores in the game, basically. Well, why is there I mean, you've got to remember as well that the UI, and this is pre-alpha, things are liable to change. We shouldn't take away everything about this. You know, like we can see there's a Parasaurolophus symbol for the small herbivores. Parasaurolophus is very obviously not a small herbivore. We just don't have the icon for small herbivore in the game yet. It's they've definitely changed the dinosaur menu though. Okay, so we can call. Can we call it confirmed? Yeah, we can call Stygimoloch, Homalocephale, Brachiosaurus, Kentrosaurus, Parasaurolophus, all confirmed, and they are new confirmed, basically. Yeah, I think that's basically what it'll be. This is armored up here. You can see there's like a start of a text box up here somewhere, and that'll say armored or something. That'll go into our armored. So over here's our smalls, and they've categorized the dinosaurs, which is cool. Instead of just like a big alphabetical list, basically. That'd be a much better thing. I'd be very worried about how that'll work with modding, it must be said, but that's something for the future. But yeah, we can't, like I said, we can't look too much into the UI right now necessarily.
And allow for the smooth.
Anything new here? What's that ceratopsid?
Running
Is it a Stego, actually? I think it's a Stego.
And allow for the smooth running of your
It's very small. If nothing else, it's very small. We've got this red bottom fence again. It's an interesting little. Okay, this is on the right. This is the vet building. You can see it's got this kind of like basketball court looking area around the back, which is where I'm hoping they'll store dinosaurs. You know, like in Planet Zoo, if you send a dinosaur off to be healed. Yeah, again, I wouldn't look too much into the UI, guys. I'm sure Strufy and Arky haven't both been caught, right? Would you even call Gallimimus a small herbivore, or would you give it its own category? I don't know about that. I wouldn't worry too much about it. But this is different colour. This is got this like army green sort of colour going on, and that's not what it looks like in the past. In the past, it was just white, wasn't it? So maybe more than just the amenity buildings can have some form of colour customization in play. By the looks of things, this is actually our best look at the aviary as well, and this really proves that shows what I was talking about. This was my prediction. I'm just saying from the start. Just point this out there. But you can see how it's a nodule kind of system. You can see here there's like domes. Like this is the entrance dome, and then you connect another dome, and then the glass kind of links between them. And I think there's a third over there in the background, making like a triangle shape. And it kind of juts out. It's a weird looking building, it must be said, but the customizability of it is makes it a small price to pay, I think. New power plant. That's the old power plant.
smooth running of your park.
New path color, I think.
An unhappy
There's our Rex broken out. You can see actually, I noticed this before. There's another one here.
scientist could lead
lying
to
down.
dire
I think that's a Rex. It could be a rock,
consequences.
actually.
Happy scientist.
Yeah,
could
Rex
lead
is
to dire consequences.
stomping out, had a good time, breaking out. The leaked list does so far hold true, which concerns me. The way I see it is, the game has to have... The game could bring back every dinosaur, except the hybrids. If I had to guess. I don't think Ankylodocus makes the cut. I just don't see a world where Ankylodocus makes the cut, you know? But it could bring back every other dinosaur. And that would be okay, only if this game has, I would suggest, at a minimum, including deluxe, 85 dinosaurs, including aquatic and aviary species. Otherwise, I just don't think we have enough new species. It's really cool having all the dinosaurs back. You know, the new textures, new behaviors, that's all really cool stuff. But when you like work through the campaign, the exciting part of that is, especially working through the campaign, the exciting part of that was, you know, new dinosaurs that you get to see for the very, very first time. And I think it'll be a shame if there aren't many of them to unlock. I'd hope for at least 15. You say there isn't a swampy biome, but I would suggest that there might be. We've already seen this lamppost before. We saw this in the on the right. We saw that in the dev diary. Yeah, it doesn't seem like a T-Rex appropriate fence, does it really? I mean, they're new species, yeah, but the point is, like, let's say we get 5 aquatic, 5 flying, and then we only have 75 dinosaurs. Actually, that literally doesn't work. So let's say there's 80 species total. That would mean 1 new dinosaur. So it has to be at least 81 if everything returns. No, it has to be at least 80 if everything returns. No matter what. I'd like to see, like, in terms of terrestrial dinosaurs, I'd hope for, like, 10, you know? Basically. At least 10 would make me happy. Any less than that, I'd be a bit disappointed. We've seen several parks by now. Yeah, Draco Rex is the one that threw me for a loop. Draco Rex was super unlikely, as far as I was concerned. Yeah, Indoraptor and Indominus Rex I would expect to both return to the game. But Draco Rex I really thought was going to get cut, because Draco Rex and Stygimoloch are both Pachycephalosaurus. It's essentially 3 versions of the exact same dinosaur. Stiggy was never going to get cut because it's in Fallen Kingdom. Pachycephalosaurus is, of course, a film classic as well. Draco Rex is stupid. No, he's definitely not going to be an even number. Oh, no way. I'd be very surprised if we get more than 5 in the aquatics and the aviaries each. Research access to the following. See, what we're seeing here is definitely multiple overlaid. I mean, we can't look too much into UI, as I've said. But I think we can take those dinosaurs as confirmed. Why am I looking at the Trag skull? You haven't explained. It just looks like a Trag skull to me. No, I'm pretty sure they said 75 plus new species. Stop saying look at the Trag skull. It's just a Trag skull. 7 out of 13. Does it? Where? On the menu with the small herbivores, it says 7 out of 13 researchable in the top left. Am I blind? Maybe I'm blind. Where are you seeing that? Yeah, it looks part T-Rex. No, it doesn't. It looks like a... No, nonsense. What are you on about? There's nothing behind the Trag skull. There's a Kentrosaurus. We've already seen that. There's nothing. Ah! You guys. Oh, I know. We can see the Kentro. We talked about this before. Yeah, I'm assuming Hell. It's a Hell Creek reference somewhere. It says 713 over the Trag skull. I don't think it does. I need to... Right, I'm gonna be very loud, because I'm gonna have to get close to my screen here. Bear with me. Behind the word research... Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Oh, at the top.
And allow...
That says... something out of 13. I don't think that's a 7. I think it's an 8. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a dumb. You're a dumb. Behind the word, no, there's nothing behind the word research. What are you on about? Research is here. Oh, there. I already talked about that. Ba-ba-ba. Top right. No. No. You might say 7 out of 13. I think it says 8 out of 13, personally. But that suggests many small herbivores. And the line for that comes down... This is clearly several UI elements kind of stacked over the top of each other. Because the line for the small herbivores comes down above the Stegosaurus. Which obviously is a little bit awkward. I wouldn't look too much into individual elements in this. I think we can take away that the dinosaurs we can see are confirmed. So Kentrosaurus, Stygimoloch, Homalocephali, Dryosaurus. I think, personally, that's about all we can take away from that. Doesn't look like a 7 to me. No, what you think is a 7, I think is the, it's a 4. It's a 4. It's definitely a 4. No, it's a 4. It's 4 slash. And the slash is confusing you. It's a 4. There's a 1 here as well. That's not anything. It's a 4. Or a 7. No, it's a 4. Well, it could be a 7, actually. I think it's a 4. No, because look, how many... No, it might be a 1. So I think this is the only dinosaur unlocked. 1, 2... Because these 4 are locked still. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, the specific number doesn't matter. No, it wouldn't be 7 small herbs. It'd be 13 small herbs. Go check the list, and if we see if we have 13 small herbs. the first number doesn't matter, right? That's how many you've unlocked out of a total number. The second number is the important one, basically. And again, this is alpha, pre-alpha. I wouldn't look too much into the specifics of the UI, especially when the UI is clearly bit topsy-turvy like this. That is definitely a T-Rex skull. Can I ban people for being overly negative? Is that stupid? Armstrong? I want to hire Armstrong. I'm very disappointed we didn't get to see some bios. I was hoping to read some more scientist bios. I was excited about that. Yeah, I don't know. Again, I wouldn't look into this too much. I would take Kentrosaurus, Brachiosaurus. No, it's Kentrosaurus, Stygimoloch, Homalocephali, Dryosaurus, Parasaurolophus, and Baryonyx as confirmed dinosaurs. I wouldn't look past that. I think that number's not for the armored. I think that's for the small. Personally. But again, I just don't think you can look into this. What do you mean filler dinos? Like, is it not better to keep the dinos in the game? Like, why would you cut a dinosaur if you could just keep the dinosaur? They've already made it! I swear, people just look for a reason to complain without any thought behind it. I don't mind criticizing. I've got plenty of criticisms of Evolution too. I'm going to do a video on it. But people criticize the weirdest things. The scientists, it might look confusing, but it's not. I explained it, I think, pretty well, if I say so, in my video the other day. It was last Saturday, I think. Yeah, but having, like, the return of Dryosaurus, Homalocephali, neither of which are filler dinos, by the way. The return of those two does not stop them adding new dinosaurs. That's not how it works. They've already been made. Like, cutting those dinosaurs does not suddenly mean, oh, you know, we were going to get Quetzalcoatlus and we were going to get Therizinosaurus, but instead they brought over Homalocephali. That's not how it works. Nothing works like that. Why cut the filler dinos if you've already made them? Answer that question, and I'll concede your criticism. Because at the moment, I think your criticism's stupid, to be honest. I'm already a scientist. Yeah, Frontier, if you're watching, I do have a degree in biomedical science, so, you know, put me in. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm surprised Draco Rex is in the game. Not because I think dinosaurs should get cut, but because my thinking was that if the list is only around 75, then surely quite a lot of dinosaurs have to get cut to make the list that small. The list could be more towards the 90 number, we don't know. In the first game, they said 30 plus dinosaurs and it ended up 42 at release. It's just, if you think about the time spent to bring back a dinosaur compared to adding a new dinosaur, it's night and day. You know, they bring back Brachiosaurus, stick on some new patterns, maybe one new animation, or an entire new creature. It's not the same thing. Like 10 filler creatures, or 10 old creatures, is like the same as one new creature, basically, in terms of time, I would suggest. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say about this screen here. Like, there's lots of stuff here, and I wanted to think about it more and talk to other people about it, but in the background, it's just stuff building. I'm going to stop responding to this kind of comment, because I just get frustrated. And people call me a shill for the game. I gave Jurassic World Evolution a 6 out of 10 on release. I am, like, very happy in my not being a shill account as far as I'm concerned.
Scientists are a new addition.
I'm zoomed in so much.
And carry
That's interesting. Well, it says 75 plus, not 70 plus. I don't think the little chain can necessarily suggest compies, because at the end of the day, a lot of the small herbivores could fit through that gap as well. I mean, I think compy will be back, don't get me wrong, but it's not confirmed quite yet. Yeah, if we hit 15 new terrestrial dinosaurs, I'd be very happy. I'd be very happy with 15. If we hit 10, I would consider that the minimum, personally. But that would put the total animal count at, like, maybe the 89 range? Seems high. Maybe there's only 3 aquatics, 3 aviary? I guess I could see that. That would surprise me, though, considering they got these brand new mechanics. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know anything, guys. I have no information that you guys don't, basically. Zero, zilch, nada. I don't have any insider information, and if I did, I couldn't tell you. But I don't. I wish I did. Yeah, cut T-Rex, cut Spin... No one likes Spinosaurus. Get it out. Just cut it from the game. Cut Spinosaurus, bring back Orchun Adsoy. That's the idea. I mean, it has to say dinosaurs and prehistoric animals, because we've got the aquatics and we've got the aviaries. Yeah, well, I'm not examining it anymore, I'm just chatting, basically. Yeah, no, it's not going to be a thing. I'm like 90% sure, 99% sure it's not going to be a thing. It would make me very happy if your dinosaurs could eat your scientists, your named scientists. That would make me so happy, honestly. It's not going to be a thing, but it would make me very happy. Yeah, including Deluxe Edition, I would be surprised if we don't get over 85 creatures. Because that's still, 85 is only 16 new. And when you factor in aquatics and aviaries, that doesn't sound like that many. So I'd imagine the total number, including Deluxe, is more towards 90. I don't want to get like people's hopes and hype up. But for me, that would be like the bare minimum. I would be disappointed with less at the end of the day. I would. Just scrap all the aquatic creatures. Just let people swim in the lagoon. Yeah, isn't that beautiful though? It looks so much better. The environment is a humongous step up. I mean, I think it's looking more and more likely that the entire roster makes it across. There's a lot of dinosaurs that I thought were going to get cut that have made the transition. Yeah, cut T-Rex, no one cares. Yeah, there will be a Dominion DLC. I'd bank my hat on it. I don't have a hat, but if I had a hat, I'd bet my hat on it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think you can have lighting like this in Evolution. I think just having the nicer foliage and everything kind of brings it together. We know there's been some upgrades. You've got to bear in mind as well. Evolution 2 is a next-gen game. Yeah, sure, it has to run on the old-gen consoles as well, but I'm assuming there will be graphic nerfs for that. We should expect graphical improvements, you know. I'm not posh. You heard me talk. No, you don't get an apology. Like, I always have to believe that, right? There is no good reason to believe the leak is true. Zero. Now, if it turns out the leak is true, that doesn't mean that my logic or thought process was incorrect. You can't let the outcome, if unforeseen, determine whether your original idea was necessarily a good one. You could go do something entirely sensible and it could have disastrous results, but it doesn't mean you made the wrong choice. This applies to much more in life than just Jurassic World Evolution roster leaks. This applies to many, many things. It's worth keeping in mind for your life. Yeah, I mean, look, at the end of the day, it's a PS5, Xbox Series X game. It's going to look nicer. I really hope they've ramped up the PC capabilities as well. Good. If not, we'll mod it. Ooh. I would like a Strufia Mine. I'd like them to cut Arky. I mean, what if they just cut like 10 dinosaurs? What if they cut less than I expected and they just cut like the bottom of the barrel duplicates that no one uses? You know, this is the thing you've got to keep in mind. Frontier have the stats. They know what dinosaurs get released the most and what dinosaurs get released the least. They will know those entire stats. So maybe you can see things like Archaeopteryx gets cut, maybe Cracktinosaurus gets cut, maybe Chunkingosaurus gets cut, stuff like that. You know, if they cut 10 of the least popular dinosaurs, that would give us room for. I can't maths all of a sudden. Wait, that would be 16 species. If we want 75, I think 75 plus doesn't include deluxe. I think including deluxe, we're talking at least 82, 83. We're talking, you know, 23, 24 new species. And all you have to do is cut 10. And that, I mean, cutting 10 includes things like cutting Ankylodocus. I do not see a world where Ankylodocus is in Evolution 2. I would laugh in genuine surprise if it made it in. You know, ceratopsids. I think Pentaceratops may be on the chopping block. I know some of you love them. I know some of you love these dinosaurs. But they will know the least popular dinosaurs in the game. Yeah, everyone should go release loads of Huawangosauruses because they are adorable. They need to be in the game. Like, the fact is, if they cut any dinosaur, somebody's favorite dinosaur is going to get cut. That's an inevitability. But they will know the least popular dinosaurs in the game. They've already posted it on their Twitter, like the 5 most released, so it bears the reason that they have the least release as well. I'd love to see the stats someday. I hope they release it someday, like the full stats. I'd love to see if it's different across like PC to console and stuff like that. PC probably ruined by the modding. Herrerasaurus on PC would be massive. No, Nodosaurus is adorable. No, Pentas looks stupid though. Pentas, the legs on Pentas just bleh. But this is my point. I could name any dinosaur in the game, and at least one of you be like, no, my favorite, please save it. It's just an inevitability. Maiasaura, God, I hope they cut Maiasaura. They're not going to. It's a novel dinosaur. I hope they fix it though. It's so bad. Like, I don't know if I have any influence, but the 3 main dinosaurs I complained about were Velociraptor, Ankylodocus, and Maiasaura. Velociraptor's been fixed. Velociraptor looks beautiful. Ankylodocus, I think, gets cut. If they fix the Myosaurus, well then, I'm set for life, really. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point as well. Like, if they cut all the Dominion dinosaurs, I suppose it's only Giga and Dread, though, isn't it? Is there anything beyond Giga and Dread in Dominion? No? Question mark? I don't think so. That's only 2, but that's probably 2 from the list saved. No, Scorpius doesn't make it in now. I like Mutter. Mutter's, you know, one of our very few... No, Metri's not going to get cut, because Metri's a canon dinosaur from the first film. Oh, Iguanodon as well, yeah. God, I hate the Myosaur. No, Deinonychus isn't in Dominion. It's Iguanodon, Giga, the other one I said. They just need to fix the face of the Myosaur, and I'll be happy. Oviraptor wasn't in the first game, so no. No, Dread. Giga, Dread, Iguanodon. Those are the 3. No, why is everyone saying Oviraptor wasn't in the first game, guys? My point is, if they're saving Dominion dinosaurs for Dominion DLC and they're cutting them from the main game until then that frees up more slots, basically. Multiborosaurus has fantastic skins. That's why I like it. Carno's always going to be back. You don't need to worry about things like Carnotaurus, Spinosaurus, you know, these big quintessential movie dinosaurs and TV dinosaurs, blah, blah, blah. They're always going to be in the game. Like, you do not have to worry about that. Utahraptor's not in Dominion. Also wasn't in Evolution. Yeah. I mean, the Dominion DLC would have to be humongous. There's like 9 species or something. If they're going to save them all for the DLC. I'd imagine we're definitely getting a DLC for it. It's going to be weird, because we got one for Fallen Kingdom, but it was like a week after release, or 2 weeks or something. What are you on about? Shut up, Jish. I mean, Cosmo's already in the game, though, so if one of them's got to get cut, it's got to be Penta, right? Protoceratops wasn't in the game. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I don't like Jurassic World Evolution's Carnotaurus, and I hope they've fixed it. I think Tyrannosaurus will stay. I don't think something gets cut just because they're not doing Camp Cretaceous content. I think Tyrannosaurus stays in the game, but it'll be Frontiers Tyrannosaurus. It won't be Camp Cretaceous, basically. Yeah, it is. I don't really want to. I don't want to talk about Dominion dinosaurs that aren't in the trailer thing in the preview, because people might be avoiding spoilers. You're not right. You're never right. No, but that gives them room. New aquatics. I could see 3, I guess. But I feel like there's such an emphasis on it, for us at least. Like, I know the community is super hype about the aquatics. I think 3 would be disappointing. I think 5 is a sweet number for me. Yeah, I did mention that in my video 1, challenge mode. I hope they fix that. I honestly think that might be it. Like, so many people are modding the game that they kind of just think certain dinosaurs are in the game. I did it as well when I talked about the leak. There's certain dinosaurs in that list that I didn't bring up as new species just because they were so familiar to me as a modded dinosaur. There's not going to be a Camp Cretaceous DLC. I'd put money on it, personally. What would you even add? It'd be Scorpius Rex and Monolophosaurus. And right now, that would literally be it. You could do skins and stuff like that, but assuming Tyrannosaurus makes it in, then, yeah. I don't think we'll ever get Camp Cretaceous content. I wouldn't bet on it. I do like Min-Me. I'm hyped for the Mosa. I really just want to see how it plays. That is going to be such a big species field guide. I think the biggest one for Evolution 1 was Spinosaurus, if I remember correctly. It's definitely one of them. It's going to be huge. The Mosasaurus. It's going to be massive. No. I wouldn't expect a non-reptile for the aquatics, by the way. It does specifically say aquatic reptiles. Megalodon, Dunkleosteus, all that kind of stuff would be really cool, and I hope they expand to that down the line. I don't think there's any reason not to, personally. But I would be surprised if they're in at release. Yeah, this is what I mean, those skins and stuff, you know? It's just not exciting. I think it's nice for Frontier. Like, I know people want the computation stuff, and, you know, maybe something else comes out and they want skins from that as well. You know, like we didn't get Jurassic Park the game skins, for example. Whilst I get that people want that, I know I wanted the Troodon skin. On the other hand of that, I'll tell you what, we should have some music on. We're just going to chat for a while. This video is going to be super duper long. Let me put my this playlist back on. While people want that, and I kind of totally get that. So what, can I like put this on repeat? The thing is, if I was working at Frontier, would I necessarily want? Well, you're getting a bit loud, aren't you? Bear with me. If I was working at Frontier, would I necessarily want to be hamstrung by all these different Jurassic properties? Not really. I'd want some creative control, you know? I just don't think we'll get a CC DLC ever. Yeah, I might be wrong. I don't know. Like, I don't have any information. I could definitely be wrong. I just don't think it's likely, personally. No, see, JP theme gets me copyright struck. Hey, it has to be very specific. I don't even know what this is. Is it a remix? Who knows? Tell you what. Tell you bloody what. I need to have something playing in the background. It's going to annoy me otherwise. What is this remix of? It says it's me channel. Oh, is it the Wii thing? Banger, innit? There you go, you can watch this through again. Let's get forward to it or something. God, it's been nearly 2 hours. What's going on with my life? Why am I here? No, it doesn't sound like... I mean, it sounds like the aquatics are going to be, quite developed. They said they're going to have, like, AI and capabilities similar to the dinosaurs, so... You know. I would expect a decent level of quality. Confirmed dinosaurs, if we trust the UI, are Homocephaly, Digimoloch, Brachiosaurus. Was that it? Coelophysis, Baryonyx. Kentrosaurus, there you go. Got him. How is your sleep schedule? I woke up at 4 AM this morning, so... better than it was. Unironically, 4 AM waking up is an improvement for me. I hope Dino comes back. Someone bet me $50 it wouldn't, and I, bet it would. Yeah, again, I just don't think CC DLC will happen, personally. Just my opinion. I think this is Zelda. This is Skyward Sword or something. Yeah, my bet on the 4th biome. I think there's only one more, based on the rocks we've seen. If I had to guess, maybe like a coastal Isla Pena style shale kind of thing. Or a swamp. It'll be one or two. The danger with having a swamp is everyone's going to want to see like Deinosuchus and Sarcosuchus and stuff like that. And I don't think they're going to be in the game, so. The tadpole really grew on me, I've got to say. Wind Waker. Should have recognized it. Wind Waker's my favorite Zelda game. Oh, second favorite. Majora's Mask, obviously first. What am I on about? Does Giraffe Titan need to be in the game, considering it basically already is, though? Yeah, stream ended a while ago. I've just been chatting nonsense for ages now. Release date prediction, late November, early December. That's what I said. We don't have an official release date, though. There you go. Someone wanted to see two dinosaurs releasing together, right there. Hey, I would love an Isle of Man. As a Manx man myself, I would love an Isle of Man map, but it's... I recognise this. I don't know, I think Temperate's too close to Alpine? Sort of? In terms of tree looks and just like visual style? It could be just like grassland. It'd be a bit boring though. No, it's not gonna be an Ammonite. I wouldn't expect anything that's I mean, they already said it's a reptile anyway, so. Well, that just means it's at least October. Jurassic Park Europe, where was it gonna be? Was it Greece? I want to say Greece. Like on an island off the coast. I have an island off the coast of Greece. Savannah, too similar to desert for me. I can't put GP music. I've already said this. I get copyright hit with JP music. I don't with this. Although it is Nintendo, so that surprises me. I mean, Tropical Biome is one of the three that I'm already counting. We don't know we're getting Tropical Biome, but we're like 99% sure. No, this is the same stream, guys. I'm just putting it on so there's something on in the background. I'll pause this so people don't get confused. There you go. Look at Coelophysis. It could be like a city park. Maybe? Like a grasslands in a city? Maybe. That'd be cool. I don't see it personally, but it'd be cool. Next person asking for JP music gets banned, I'm telling you. I mean, I've got to say, I never played challenge mode like a JPOG mode. It never interested me. It doesn't sound that exciting. But I understand people are disappointed about that. And I hope that's something Frontier are paying attention to. And they fix it. Yeah, I'm going to get into modding. I've been doing some... You guys haven't seen my 3D models. I'm going to show you some stuff. I'm going to show off briefly. Give me a sec. I got into... I've totally slacked on it lately. But I started getting into Blender. And messing around with some 3D modeling myself. Just to try to learn. Because I wanted to get into modeling for mods for Jurassic World Evolution, basically. It's been a couple of months. I've been busy and tired. But I did some stuff. I'll show you a couple of things I made. Where's my other one? There it is. There's only two that I'd say I'm proud of, really. I'll just do those two. Alright. Image. Okay, the first one doesn't exist, apparently. What? Did I just download this? God damn it. I'm so confused. Wait, why have you downloaded it? What's a Jiffy? Why aren't you like a JPEG or something? For God's sake, Twitter. It's downloaded in the weirdest format. Oh, there we go. I did something stupid. I don't know what though. JPEG, come on. No, not Jiffy! JPEG! What the hell is going on? If these have downloaded as Jiffies again, then I'm bloody done, I tell you. I've had it up to here with the Jiffies. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that was one. I need to resize it. It's a little Doctor Who inspired piece I did. So I'm just showing off to like several hundred people. I'm like really a beginner on Blender. This was like my 4th piece or something. I had to learn a lot as I go, you know? And then I did another one, which people will probably prefer more. There you go. I did a Godzilla. It didn't get fully textured or anything like that. But I did all the modeling myself. Like, I modeled it out of a ball of clay. Just digital clay. I miss it. I need to get back into it. It's been a long time. I actually made a dinosaur since here as well. I made a baby Carnotaurus, but I just couldn't get happy with it. I just realised that I ripped the arm on my chair. My lovely, fancy gamer chair. I'm very sad. Oh no. I'm gonna have to see if I can stitch that back up. That's super sad. Right, anyways. We are well off talking about the appropriate things at this point in time. So we'll probably end it here. It's been 2 hours, near enough. It's actually been over 2 hours. Yeah, I was proud. No, like... The reason I stopped doing Blender, honestly, is because I hate the UV mapping and all that kind of, like, the post-model bits. I just like making nice models. I don't want to do anything after that. I just want easy texturing. And I got really frustrated. So I didn't end up doing anything on Substance, stuff like that. I'd like to get back into it. It's been tough lately. I will. I'm just doing this for an ego boost, really. Fawn over my skills, thanks. This was like the 4th thing I ever made in Blender, so I was pretty proud, yeah. I had a bit of an advantage, I will say. Anyways, yeah, Godzilla confirmed for Jurassic World Evolution. Godzilla probably took about 20 hours, something like that. You do not want to try to skin this Godzilla. Trust me, you do not want to try to skin this Godzilla. There's a pocket somewhere. I think it's like, I don't know if you can see my mouse. I think it's around this flap here. But there's like this pocket of vertices that goes inside and then folds in itself, and I just could not get rid of it. Trust me, you don't want to skin it. I wish I could skin it. I think that's what I need. I think I need to find someone to work with when it comes to modding and modeling and stuff like that, and I'll just model and they can skin, basically. Yeah, I've been tempted. I mean, J-Pop hasn't gone anywhere lately, I've got to say. J-Pop hasn't gone anywhere. Modding on J-Pop has stopped. So, it wouldn't change much, but I was looking at my old playthrough the other day, thinking I'd like to do another playthrough of J-Pop. It's been a long time. Anyways, guys, what the hell is this music? I don't like this. Legend of Zelda, there we go. Fall Guys. Oh, I mean, I'll send it to you. If you can fix it, I'll send it to you. Kind of reveals all the cheats I do, though. I've always been very good at making things look good without necessarily having the skills to back them up, if that makes sense. It's kind of like how I feel like about how I am as a Planet Zoo builder. Like, I make stuff that looks nice, but you don't see the inner workings. Nothing looks good if you look behind the curtain, basically. I'm very all flash, no substance as a designer, I think. Oh, that'd be cool, yeah. This is Fall Guys. I've not played Fall Guys. Fall Guys was great. The first couple of seasons, anyway. I do miss it. I was tempted to get back into it, but my FOMO would be too much. I've missed like 2 seasons of Unlocked. I couldn't ever go back now. It upset me. Right, anyways, talking far too long. Thank you for joining me for the last 2 hours as we've talked about all of this nonsense. I'll probably do a video tomorrow. I want to do like a breakdown on everything we just saw again. I have been working on a Planet Zoo video. I've done like a couple of hours of work already. I might do that Monday instead. I'll have a little think about that. So we'll probably do the update video tomorrow and then Planet Zoo early next week. I know it's been a while, so sorry for those who've been waiting for it. What Godzilla? Just the movie maquette from 2014. Wait, 2014? Yeah. 2014 is my favorite Godzilla, so. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Where's my... I've lost the little spinny thing. Where's it gone? Oh, it's there. Oh, the spinny thing. Yeah, I hope we get species profile next week. It's really easy content. So I'm like really sad whenever we don't get one. But I really enjoyed these streams. Once people stop being dicks. I enjoy these streams a lot. God, I miss it. Oh, I want to play Fall Guys so much. I was good on Fall Guys, by the way. I just want to drop that in there. I got really good at one point. Not like top level good, nowhere near the best people. The best people destroy me, but I was way above average at one point. Jurassic meme vid? Oh no. I think it was 2014, but I don't know. It might be 2019. I genuinely have no idea. No, I was never into Transformers, not really. I liked dinosaur ones, but briefly. I never collected Transformers or anything. I was actually going to stream on Twitch today, but this went on too long and I'm very warm. And I am waking up at 4 AM. So, we might get back into it soon. I was trying to wait on the Twitch streams until I have my webcam stuff going again, and that isn't going to be ready for a little while. Until I move at the very least, so, I don't know. Not a big Godzilla fan. I haven't seen any of the old films at all, basically. I like Shin Godzilla. I like the films. Like, can I say I'm a fan without being like, super mega seen all the films fan? I think you can, but some people hear that and be like, well, name every Godzilla film since 1930 or something. I'm like, just shut up. Hey, I would be down to race Beaver. I did ask him a while ago, but he wasn't up for it. He had a good reason, fair to him. This is not an incentive to go ask Beaver to race me, okay? Don't do that. Let's see if we can make it happen for Jubitsu. Rainbow Road. You are very late, Anthony. The thing is, Frontier are not listed as going to Gamescom, so I don't know what's going on there, really. But I would expect the gameplay to drop next month. I'd say late August is my current guess for a gameplay trailer. And then that gives us about 3 months until the release in November. It all tracks for me. Jurassic World Evolution 1 did the same thing. They had a gameplay trailer, 3 months between the launch date. So if I had to guess, late August we get a gameplay trailer and a release date. That's my current estimate, personally. James videos for life. Right, yeah, done. Enough nonsense. Bloody hell, I have to go... Actually, I don't have to go do anything. You know what I should do in these streams? I should advertise the second channel. Never mind the Discord or Twitch. Second channel in the future. We'll do that next time. Yeah, I actually... Sorry, Jens. At the end of the stream, I was like, yeah, this is how I feel sometimes, Jens. And he just keeps talking and he can't quite finish it off, you know what I mean? And I've been here for a bloody hour talking about nonsense. So, yeah. We will be getting... I would 99% sure we're getting Dominus Rex and Indoraptor in Evolution 2. I suspect the others get cut. This is a banger, this. How far am I in Viva Pinata? Like episode 20? No, I don't think, Henry, we will be a hireable scientist. Maybe for like a special mission or something? I think I'll be part of the storyline, so... Why is everyone asking me this? I think episode 19 got processed this morning. I didn't record today. This is the first time I didn't. How do you make so many videos for both first and second channel? Well, I do my... this is one of the benefits, by the way, of waking up at about 4 a.m. Because I wake up at 4 a.m. No one else is awake. And I don't really have much to do, so I record for the second channel. Usually in those early hours of the morning. And then I can work on the main channel stuff afterwards. This is actually a banger. I'm going to put this in my playlist. If I get copyright strikes for any of this, I'm going to be fuming. SFG? No idea what that is. Well, we've already seen that the sabotage we saw was guest sabotage. It's like a guest protest, which does make more sense than the last game. I think, like, treat your staff badly and your guests dislike that, so they protest your park it's a stretch, but it's much less of a stretch of, you haven't worked with me for a while, I'm going to release all of the dinosaurs and pretend that I somehow don't get immediately fired. Right, I'm gonna go this time. Right, okay, too many of you here watching me do nonsense. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me, everyone who's been here for these entire 2 hours. If you haven't already and you want to be super cool, if you could throw me a like down below, that really helps me out. I would super appreciate it. For those who did miss it and want to hear my more succinct opinions rather than 2 hours of rambling, I will have... Oh, I do get James' videos live. Yeah, probably. I hope so. I think they'll probably show Gallimimus or... it could be any of the new dinosaurs at this point, I suppose. Gallimimus would be my bet, though. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna go. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll do a wrap-up stream. I'll probably do a confirmation dinosaur stream. Not stream, a video. And then Planet Zoo at some point after that. Cool. Laters. Well, I give brain cells. I have so many that they just effervesce off me. Alright, see you later. I'll see you